Well, salutations. Good morning, good afternoon, and or good evening, wherever you may find yourself orientated within this universe, and welcome. Oh, that is the wrong one. The stream is not over. It's only just begun. Welcome back to another broadcast. We are Ultrasonic Blur. We hope that you'll find yourselves well, and if not, we hope whatever is ailing you is easily fixable, and if not, then we hope we can offer some entertainment in these more trying of times. We are back for some more fun in the world of Professor Layton, and like we said on the little post out we put, we've gone from a box that a box that kills you if you open it, to a train that stops at a destination that's not on any map, to a ghost town that lights up once you enter it, to a vampire lurking in the shadows of said town, and somehow that's genuinely not the weirdest thing that Professor Layton has pulled out, which I thought is quite funny, actually. I think that is rather funny that after all of that, it's still not the weirdest thing that we've ever had to deal with. So, let's get back on into things. Always good to hear that music again. Right, and we were on chapter, what was it again? It's not the Monetary Express. Chapter 3, did that. Is it chapter 4? I don't remember. We'll check when we click this thing. That'd be a good idea. Yep, we'll just click the thing. What chapter are we on? The story so far. Layton and Luke returned to the hotel to ask Chelmy about the photo from the doctor's home. Unfortunately, it seems the inspector unwittingly scattered the photo scraps all across town. Following the inspector's trail, the pair set out to recover the missing pieces of the photos. Yes, we do. What chapter are we bloody on? I don't know what chapter we're on. Don't remember. Shadows of the Street Corner? That sounds right? I think we're on chapter 5. That sounds about right. Yes, and we've got the meat that we have to, Yes, I remember that. We got more stuff for here, probably some stuff. There might be some teas that we could potentially look at, but I don't know. And we'll worry about those later. Let's see, we are... Oh! Over here! Okay, alright, fine, you little shit. What you got for me? Something up here, apparently? Yeah, close enough. Somewhere around that area. So yes, we were moving... Yes, that's right. We got the meat. Now we've got to give it back to the dog, and hopefully it's no longer stuffed with garlic. Oh, hello. What do you need? How did the recipe go again? Having trouble, my dear? A bit. I'm trying to remember all the things Mum said that would help cure a cold, but I've forgotten. Let's see. I need a clover and some kind of leaf, and... so there's one more. It sounds like your mother was talking about ingredients for a blended tea. I think with what you have told us, we might be able to make a cup of tea for you to try, if you'd like. Really? That'd be great. Good. Let's see. We'll need the two things you mentioned, plus something that works on colds. Alright. Clover, some kind of leaf. Alright, brew. So it's... a clover, some kind of leaf, a clover, a leaf, and something else. Let me try this, see if it's uplifting, see if it helps. That might be it. That's not it. Okay. This tea is foaming. Okay, so what was it? Hang on, let me go to serve. What do we got? A clover, a leaf, and something else. Okay. Brew. So it's a clover, a leaf, and something else. Alright. Let's just go through the list. Nope, not that. Okay. Right. Refreshing and purifying. Great for the skin. Maybe this? Could be that. Nope, not that. Damn it. I think that's... yeah, I think we've gone through everything. So we went you... you and you, maybe? I don't know. It's all I can think of here. It's probably bad. Yeah, I don't think I've got the ingredient for it. God damn it. Because, yeah. I would have thought that the uplifting, earthy, and refreshing feel would have been the thing for it, but never mind. Yes. Best I can do. Perfect for something. Ice on wine. Fantastic. Mild notes. Dream spice. Sweetness. Yeah, no. Sorry, I don't have the ingredient for you. I know you're all excited about that tea. I don't have the ingredients for it, though. Leave they. Right. Let's, we're gonna head this way? Yes, this way. And then from here, it's off and down and... Oh, hello, buddy. Who the fuck are you?
Ah, memories. Those were the days.
Reminiscing, are we, sir?
Yeah, back in the day we had this cafe in town that brewed the most amazing tea. I mean, folks would flock to Floor Sense by the hundreds to taste this wonder tea, as it was called.
It sounds like that cafe was the place to be.
Ah, too right it was. You know, you look like you know a thing or two about tea. Don't suppose you could brew me a cup of that wonder tea, could you?
It's certainly a challenge I'm willing to take up. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, good luck to you. Kinda remember that the tea had something spicy going on. That's all the help I can give.
Alright. Maybe it was Dream Spice. Let's see if it was Dream Spice. Unfortunately, the tea you brewed for Hopper didn't do the trick. Damn it.
Looks like you need a miracle to brew that wonder tea. Sorry for getting all excited. I should have realised that making that tea was impossible.
Well, I don't think it was necessarily impossible, but you have a puzzle for me, so let's go.
You're gonna wear your sores out if you keep running around like that, fellas. Rest your feet for a minute while you solve this puzzle of mine.
Okay, what have you got? Puzzle number 113. A stack of dice. You stack 3 dice in a column at the points where 2 dice touch. The faces that are touching add up to 5. If one face visible on the bottom of the dice is showing another, what number must be on the top of the top dice? Okay. Well, let's think for a minute. It cannot be... So, there are a couple of things that we can go with. Memo here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We know for a fact that it cannot be 6, it cannot be 1. It also, in this instance here, we know that that's the case because we know the other side is there. That's the 6. So let's look at all the possibilities that add up to 5. There is a 1 and 4. There is 2 and 3. Those are the only 2 that work for it. So, showing a number 1. What must be the top face of the top die? That is a question I'm not sure. We know for a fact that it, yeah. We know whatever it is, that these 2 end up to 7. That's the thing about all dice is that the opposite faces add up to 7. So we know where 6 is on this instance. If they add up to 5, well, that could be a 4 there. 4, 1, that'd be 3. So that would be 2. Ooh, does it just... So let's say that's a 4, which means that's 1. Which... Ah, no, it can't be that, because then look what happens. You get a 6 there, which means that's not possible. That's not possible, because then 6 is greater than the 5. So it cannot be 4 and 1, because you end up with a 6 involved in it. And then you end up with a 3 down here. So... we know that 4 can't go there, so it has to be either 2 or 3. I don't know if it matters, but let's say it's 2, which means that is 3, which means that is 4, which means that is a 1. Okay, so 1 could go there if it's a 2. Let's clear it out and see if it's a 3. If it's a 3, that means that the 4 is there, which means that is 2. Ah! It has to be because 2 is paired to 5. So if that's the case, then yeah. So you have 1, 6, you have 2, 5, and you have 3 and 4. And you know that the combinations are only 1 plus 4 and 2 plus 3. So because of that, we know that just try it out. Plug in numbers and try it out. We know that you can't have a 5 here. 5 can't be on either side of these in here. So 5 can't sit there, which means that 2 can't sit there, which means it's either 3 or 4. So if it's a 3, that becomes, so which means
that 5 can't be there, which puts the 2 there. So essentially 2 can't be on either one of these. So that means then if we put 2 there, 5 there, that goes 3, that goes 4, that goes 1. So I believe that it should be 1 unless I'm fucking something up. But it should just be the number 1, right? Because, yeah, think so? Does that work? Hang on. Yeah. No, wait, no, I'm stupid. Hang on, sorry, I'm being stupid. It's, yeah. So let me see. So 6. Just something in my brain was going wrong, because I was like, why is there a 1 there? Because then a 6 is there, which doesn't make any sense. So it's, yeah. So if it's, we said what? That 5 can't be involved in any of this, so that would have to be a 2, which means that has to be a 3, which means that has to be a 4. There's the 1 there, and that's the 6. That's when my brain was going confused. It's like, oh, the 1's up there. No. We went around 1 too many times. Yeah. So it is 6 there, because 1 is there, so it's a 6 on top. I think. Should... Oh, if I had a stack of dice, I could do this. But it should be 6, I think.
And now to test
right?
my theory.
Yes.
A true gentleman
there we
leaves no
go.
puzzle unsolved.
Since you know that the sum of each set of opposing faces is 7, you can easily narrow down the possibilities with a little smart thinking as detailed above. You'll soon arrive at the answer 6. Yep. There we go. You need answers that always make to 5, and then you can see what ends up coming up to 7 if you're wrong. So yeah, this is a very interesting way of reading it out or writing it out as to what possibilities there are. Ah, you no slouch at this. So what's your story? What do you think is going on? What do you think you're going to find here in Full Sense? I don't mean to sound ominous, but there are truths best left buried, mate. You get me? And a new hamster toy. Well, I don't need any of those, so thank you for that. Yes, let's talk to the dog. Here's our chance, Luke. Throw him the beef shank.
I'm already on it, Professor! Here goes!
Huh? Aww. Happy dog that's going to get poisoned by garlic.
I think our little friend, our little offering, did the trick. I don't think this doggie's going to be doing any snarling anytime soon. We can finally explore the rest of the town now.
The Professor and Luke decide to begin their search for photo scraps in the alley. Alright, past here we go. Hey, and there's a scrap.
Say, Professor, could that be...
A piece of the photograph? I'd say so. Sharp eyes, Luke. I'll place it in my trunk for safekeeping. Alright, 14 more of these bloody things to find. You have a puzzle for me, which is perfect. I don't like to brag, but I make the best pancakes you've ever tasted, guaranteed. The thing is, while the flavour is out of this world, I have trouble getting the size to be consistent. Serving them can be such a pain, because you need to stack them just so. Here, I'll show you. Do we get another tower of, is it Hanoi, Hazoi, something like that? Piles of pancakes, number 2! Hey! Alright, here's a tasty puzzle. Yes. Right. So, wherever this, we need... Again, on all of these, label them 3 and 4. The important thing is that wherever your odd numbers end up, you can stack the odd numbers all in the thing. So, for example, we put 1 there, we put 2 there. Yeah, then we move 1 to there, then 3 ends up there, and then we can move 1 to 4 and 2 into thing, and you can end up with a stack like that. So, that's the important thing, but what it also means is eventually you end up with 4 over here. So, always stack them the odd number, or the way that you want it. So, for this instance, since the bottom pancake is even, we need to put this one here. So, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Now, we want to just double check. Again, we want to pop the even one there, like so, like this. Now we want 3 to end up over on the right-hand side, so we need to put this here, like so. So we end up with the space,
as follows, like this. And lastly, again, we want the even number to end up over here, so we put this one there first. Like so. Ta-da! It's also interesting as well that it goes, you add, even though you only added 1 more pancake, you added 8 more moves required for it rather than the 7 in the first one. Oh, an extra pancake to those who solved the problem and only 15 mood. Yes. Hell yes. Those are fun. It's literally this is a good example if you want to give people the idea of, here's an algorithm. Which is essentially just a series of instructions to do things repeatedly. In this case, the first thing you do is count the number of pancakes that you have, if it is even or odd, and then of the 3 plates, you label them, call it A, B, C. A is your first stack, B is your second plate, C is your third plate where you want everything to end up. And then you can just go from there. And you just follow the same instructions and say, if finished, move on. If not, count how many, count the... in stack A, check its number, if that makes any sense. Next time I go to Japan, you can get as many as you can. Hell yeah. Oh, and a new hamster toy. I don't want a hamster toy. I don't need a hamster toy, though I will see what the hell the pool does. What does this do? Playing in the sandpit, the hamster always somersaults straight towards the nearest pool no matter what. Somersaults don't count towards the steps. Ah, so what that lets... So yeah, this is just, this is fun instruction coding. This is basically saying that, hey, if I wanted to move, let's say for example that so he goes down here, along, up, over, back here. I could then put a sand pit here and tell him, hey, I need you to go all the way over here to start off a new chain of stuff. Basically, I think, but we don't really care about that. So that's fine. Let's move on from here and see another photo. Oh, it's wet. Luke, do you spot that piece of the photograph over there? I do! Great, Professor! I hope it hasn't gone all soggy from lying on the ground out here. Don't worry, Luke. It looks more or less intact. Hell yeah. So there's 13 things out here? Anything else? Oh, hint coins, so if we wait long enough, we'll get the... Over here! There's, hint coins. Oh, no, not what I wanted. I'm on this way. Let's, when in doubt, head right. Oh, it's you two. Hey, I know you! You're Mr. Anderson's daughter! Yes, my name is Katya. I still don't know if it's like Katia, whatever. What brings you to Full Sense? I'm sorry, but I can't really talk about it. Excuse me, I have to get back to my search. Goodbye. Katya, wait! What are you looking for? Wow, she moves fast! So, Katya was headed to Full Sense all along, just as we were. Luke, I believe we've uncovered the identity of the third party asking around about the Elysian box. So Katya is looking for the Elysian box as well? It would seem to be the only possibility, yes. Well, seem to be... Oh, we've got another bit of thing to think about in a minute. First of all, there's another piece of the photograph. Tuck it away in your trunk. Oh, there are a lot of pieces for this. Right, what else we got? Anything? 2 there, which probably is always a good chance for me to check on a camera. What one's that? Up here, right. Puzzle number 0, or photograph number 003. Let's see. Yep, the bin is wrong, which is fine. Okay.
Puzzle solved.
Boosh. Diddly-diddly-ding.
Ah, wonderful.
That's the first, but I still need 2 more. So where are we going to see that? Okay, well there's a 3rd window there when there's not one in the others. So we'll just tuck that one away. Boosh.
And there we
Wonderful.
have it.
Very happy with that. 2nd photo is there. Right, 3rd one. Usually some are more obvious than what I'm seeing, which is good. Is that too short? Is that... Yeah, that...
That might be too short. I think. Don't know. Oh, thank fuck for that. Okay.
Layton's apprentice strikes
Yikes. Impressive that some... I just like the fact as well that some artist had to basically take that the first image and be like, yo, change it slightly. Like, that to me is just... Oh, shit. No, I need to check which... Where do I even click on here? Okay, by the entrance to that house alley thing? I don't know. Okay, there we are. Step.
Oh, look at that! It's a hidden puzzle!
What have we got? Puzzle numbers 1, 2, 4. UFO spotted. Okay. 4 UFOs were spotted in the night sky. It looks like there are 4 distinct shapes floating in the sky, but each of these is actually made up of 4 identical parts. Which of the following is the base part used to make all of these shapes? The following is the base part to make all of these shapes. See, that's interesting because you've got this shape here, which can make this one, like so, but I'm not sure I follow how you would use it to make any of the others. Because you'd go up here, over here, like so for that. That one would sit there like that. And then somehow you've got to make that shape. Oh, that does work. Oh, so that works. Okay. Right, I'm just trying to make sure I can see how to do it. Because right now my immediate thought is C. Which should be 3 there. Like so. It should be up, up, up. This is a tangram, I think is what they're called. So that would be basically that. So that works. It's how do you do the last one? You go down, then along, then down, then along, then... Oh, no, it's coming together now. It's there like that, and then there like that. Yeah, so it is just the, it is just C. That's interesting! That's very interesting. I didn't realize you could make such interesting shapes with something as simple as just a staircase shape. But yeah, it was the only one that you could even realistically look at, given, if you look at this, and then you look at that, like, everything else feels like there's too many angular points to it. But the fact that this is like a 3 long and a 3 long, it's like, ooh, how do you fit that? That's very fun. I think that's called a... Well, no, tangram... Because tangram is specifically a specific set of 7 shapes, I want to say? Not 100% sure, but that feels similar in that vein. Nice! Not bad. Yeah, and there's the examples of how you make everything. That means there weren't 4 UFOs in the night sky after all. There was 16. Very disturbing. I like that puzzle. That was nice.
Oh, one was a toffee.
It wasn't that bad, Luke. Come on now. Okay. So we did that. There's another hint coin. There was a hint coin. Sweet. We found everything there. Well, old lad.
Since a gilded town. Alright, that's what they used to call this place when I was a little one. I used to work down the mine that gave the town its nickname, see? Well, I did till they closed it down a few years ago, isn't it? Even now, I sometimes catch crooks sneaking down into the mine to see if anything's down there. They always come back with a note, though. Count on that, boyo.
We've certainly heard rumours of the great fortune Duke Herzen left behind.
You a treasure hunter too, boyo? In that case, take it from me. The real money's not in that mine. It's in the Duke's castle, isn't it? I might have a bit of trouble getting in mind, considering there's a vampire living up there.
Alright, enough moidering. Moidering is an interesting word I've never heard before. I would like to see what that word means. Give us a sec. Moidering. It's the English regional dialect and Irish language. There is one meaning. Is what is an English regional dialect? See meaning and use. Show me the fucking meaning. Oh, you're stupid.
Yes, actually, the Oxford English Dictionary. We need you to subscribe to tell you the language.
That's fucking... To toil. To muddle. To, if it's a transitive, it's to pester, to perplex, or bewilder. But I think it's very much intransitive, which is to toil and muddle around. You know, meander. It's moidering. Yeah, you're in a moider. I like enough moidering. I have to get back to work out what this scrap of paper by here is. Oh, no. Oh, I know. It's a scrap of a photo. Oh, we've been looking all over for it. Oh, this thing's yours, is it? Well, I haven't got any use for it, so you better take it, isn't that? There we go. Thank you. Anything? Oh, I did not mean to... Jesus, there's a piece in here. Hey, there's another scrap of the photo. This bit of Chelmley certainly got around, didn't he? And he explored the town a bit, didn't he, Professor? Eh? Okay. Anything in here? There is. Wow, this place sure has some unusual art. I don't even know what to make of this picture. I mean, I see a hat. Which picture are you talking about, Luke? Oh, this one here. There are these weird shapes, some kind of code. It seems as if you stumbled across a puzzle. Let's look here. Puzzle number 068, perplexing figures. Ooh. Oh, it's the alphabet. I see. Yes, a series of... it's funny because the thing that showed it off was the A in A series. A series of figures are arranged as the numbers as shown below. As you can see, the figure that should go in space 1 is missing. Could you draw that figure in the space below? Slide the stylus over the things. But yes, essentially, if you look at this, if I get rid of this, you can see it. It's just mirrored down the horizontal line. Right there, like so. E and F, so it's A. When in doubt, if you're ever looking at like patterns and symbols and things and you've got numbers and shapes, check if they're letters a lot of the time. That's a good way to check on some stuff. The fun thing is when people start doing it where they put Z, so you'd have Z, Y, X, W, V, U on that kind of thing. And then it gets interesting because you've done it backwards. But even then it's still... the same. It's why like a lot of the times having like coded passwords and stuff where you take a thing and you decode it and scramble it, it's like as long as there is a pattern that is followed when doing it, there will always be a way to crack it. There will always be some way that you, even if you just brute forced it, you could always crack it. Like because there's one which used to be where it was like you had the numbers 1 to 26 along the top part of a wheel. Then you had an inner wheel and another wheel as well, and you used to set letters to specific things. So you could have like one V, for example. So you set 1HV is the code for the whole thing, and then you translate from the first to the second and that kind of stuff. So it's basically just a thing. I think that was what it was, or it's basically like a two-wheeled system where you had that. But any code is like crackable. But yes, sorry, it's a little random tangent we're going on there. It should look something like that, because that is the letter A. Twice. Well, mirrored down the middle. There we are. Pretty nice. The peculiar sequence of figures, actually the first 6 letters of the alphabet displayed in a 7-segmented LED style and mirrored as shown above. Since you have the letters B to F, logic dictates that the missing figure should be a mirrored version of the letter A. Indeed it should. Oh, now I see how it works. Oh, a tonic flower. That, I reckon. You know what? I reckon tonic flower. That's good for the... I bet you that's good for... I bet you that's good for the fucking... boost immunity. Oh, I bet you that's it. I bet you that's it. Come on, give me the... Yes! This tea seems like just the thing to drive away the chills when you feel a cold coming on. Maybe so, Professor. It's a little bitter for my tastes. Now then, Luke, no good medicine is ever easy to drink. That's how you know this is effective. Oh, you know, I think you might be right, Professor. I feel all warm inside now. Nice. So a bitter, ooh, a spicy, bitter, earthy thing. Let's put a little bit of sweet, a little bit of Yeah, I want a little bit of, sorry. Let me just retry. I want a little bit of sweet, I want a little bit of bitter, and I want a little bit of spicy. Like, that to me just sounds like that'd be a good flavor. Sweet, spicy, and... Oh, never mind. Well, I mean, it's more sweet and sour that you want, isn't it? Yes. I guess you'd want sweet, sour, and spicy would be a group, but I'm pretty sure that's terrible, isn't it? Yes, terrible. Okay. That's fine. Old shoe. Yes. Okay, that's fine. Well, at least we found another ingredient, which is nice. Anything back here? Nope, more ink coins. Well, really don't worry about those for a while. Let's see then. Anything else here? Maybe. Let me also as well just see if that old todger there wants a drink of some description. Do you want a drink? No, you don't want a drink. Do you want a drink now? No, you don't. Okay, well, maybe he does want a drink, maybe he doesn't. I don't fucking know. At the very least, I think we've got a drink for 2 of these people now, because there was the girl and the person who wanted a, what was it? There's the girl who wanted, for a cold, and the woman who was freezing. Look at that. There's another shred of the photograph sitting in that pile of rubbish. You stay here, Professor. I'll go get it. Watch your footing, Luke. That pile of rubbish looks quite precarious. Here it is. What I can't work out is why the inspector was rooting around in the rubbish in the first place. Or did he really think that the criminal would be hiding out here? Hard to say. He could have just been sifting through it for clues or the like. Alright, 9 more bloody scraps. We also got a photo to take. Anything...
Found one.
Oh, you found one. You got something around here. I don't know where the fuck he's pointing, that's the problem. He's pointing at, like, this box, but apparently it's not. Oh, fuck it, doesn't matter. Camera! Alright. Puzzle number, or photograph 002, the Litterfield Alley. Okay. So he was looking at the box. Is that anything there that I can see? No. Ah, well, that already there is something. Okay, the light is on in the window as well, by the way. So I saw that. Nice.
That was almost too easy.
Nice. Alright. That there. Yeah, give me you.
Here goes.
Okay.
That was almost too easy.
There we go. Okay, second difference, and now the third is... looking over rubbish. Nothing else seems there. Is that... No, that's the same. That's the same there. Something good. Yeah, if he was around there, that's usually where the hint coins are around, so I'm looking there for... Anything that's different? So bloody pixelated. Try to get closer to the screen to see more detail. It's fucking pixelated. Don't change much. Oh my... Fucking... There's fucking different colours. Oh. Not bad, eh? There we go. Okay, sweet. That's you done. Alright. Let's have a look at this puzzle then, which was... I was just going to click one of the 3, see where it was. It was the first one. Oh, goody! It's a hidden puzzle! I think the easiest thing... I'm not going to go back and keep looking at the things. I'm just going to go from one to the other. Okay, oh, you know, go through... Oh, what the fucking bollocks is this? Right. Use a stylus to move the rubbish at the bin to the bottom... Okay, right. Okay, well, let's see what I can even do to start with here. Right. Okay. So like, I can do this, but how does that in any way, shape or form help? The answer is it kind of doesn't. This can go here, which lets this go... like this? So at some point that's gonna have to happen, but... I mean, technically it doesn't matter which way of the 2 that I go. Or does... Ooh, but it might.
No, because it's just a mirror and the shape is a mirror at the top, so it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, that can go there, which lets that slide here now. Oh, that might be useful. If I can somehow shunt it along and down. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I can do some jiggery pokery. Right, okay, so the first things that I can do, I can move this out, but I don't know if I want to move that out earlier. I feel like I need to put an L-shaped block in there so that it has some benefit to it. Like, let me just move, like, let me just see. I do this. Great. Okay, what does that do? The answer is pretty much nothing. But what I can end up doing is something like this. That now buys us a lot of space. Right? Done it? Yeah. Kinda. For the most part. I can do that, slide that there, and now, look at that, I can now do something like this, which almost helps, but then I'm locking this here, and there's no way to move that bollock out. Ah, you fucking bastard. So that can go there. That could go there, like... Yeah, I just... Yeah. Unless I've got some way to put this down into that block thing as well. Okay. I'm going to take a hint coin on some of this, right. Feeling like you just can't clear a path no matter what you do. First, take one of the two L-shaped blocks closest to the bottom and move things around until you can slip that block into one of the gaps at the far left and right at the top. Choose the gap that suits... Okay. Oh! Okay. So, yeah. Okay, let's just see if we can do some stuff with that. I need to fit either this up there or this up there. Right. Okay, let's see what we can do to do that. Yeah, alright. Let's just see what I can do. Well, that's not too difficult. I can do that fairly easily. That puts it there, but then then I can do something like that. But then that pretty much locks the whole thing, doesn't it? Yeah. 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 So I can just do this and shove that there. But then the question becomes, why would I want to do that in any way? Because I can do like this and shove that up there. But then again, that really doesn't do a whole lot. Because I feel like keeping that up in that spot there has its benefits. Unless I want to do something like this. Oh, hang on, are we getting some? I don't think we're getting somewhere right now. Because that can go there. That can go up there now. I know I'm not doing this one efficiently right now. I just want to see if I can fucking do this one. To start with. Yeah, I feel like these blocks need to be the other way around. So that could go there. Yeah, now we're just taking up way too much space, I think. Ooh, but hang on. That can go there, that can go there, that can go there. Yeah, but then I'm suddenly... I'm locked. I'm locked into a spot. Okay. Right. So we're moving that thing. We're moving that one along. And we're figuring that all out. Right. Okay. So yeah, we start with sort of this shape like that, right? That's the first thing it mentions that we got to do. But the question is, where and what do I want to do? Like, the only thing we really can do here is this, which moves the whole situation along to popping that thing down. But then where the fuck am I moving anything else? Yeah. I mean, I can put, like... If we're working on, like, the best or the minimum amount of space wasted, it's something like that, right? Because then that... What does that even do? Like, I could... Oh, wait! Hang on! Can I do this? And now... From here, that... Yes! Because that... Hang on, let me just... Right, hang on. So if that's there... Let me just... There's a big block there. Because that big block's going to come out. Does that... Yeah. Okay, no, that works. I just wanted a rough thing. Because that can go here, and now we can shove that here. Which means
I think we're closer than I initially thought, right? Because now all I need to do is shove that there. That goes there. Good, 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 good. So now I can take it out. And then I need to get the L block out. So I think I'm going to take another hint on the off chance it helps. Do you remember right here, let's go to move the blocks around as the blue block has been swapped places with the remaining L block on the bottom row. Okay, I've done that. Make sure the L blocks, the question is all the way down in the bin. Yes, I've done that. Okay, that helped, didn't help. That's not great. Okay. Let's see, what can I even move at that point? Well, I can move this, I can move this, I can move this, which now lets me put that there, which does let me put this here, and then I can shove... But I need to move this green block, so I don't so the only place I can really move the green block is from here to, like, here? But I'm not sure if that does anything, because then... Oh, wait, no! No, of course, I'm fucking stupid. The green block can just sit there, and now... Now, ha. Now I can do this. I can start shoving this out the way, right? Because that now puts that out the way. Ha! I am smart. But then... This... Hey! That's all. That's... That was nasty! That is a nasty, nasty puzzle. Hi. That was insane. Alright, nice and tidy. Do your part to keep your town clean. Indeed. Okay. That puzzle hurt my head. It did, Luke. You know, it really fucking did. There's a hint coin, and there's the last hint coin. Okay. Well, we've cleared out that spot. Okay, I'm gonna go check this old codger again. Just in case. Nah, you really don't need nothing, do we? Unless he does at some point. Okay. You don't need a drink, that's fine. Let's see. We've picked up 7 scraps so far, but I suppose we've still got more work ahead of us. Yes, it seems to be the case. Yes, the job is far from over. It would seem we're about halfway there, give or take a piece. But we've walked the length of this alley, and I think it's safe to say we won't find anything else here. I say we focus the remainder of our search on other places the inspector might have visited. Don't you? The professor and Luke decide to search the rest of the town for the remaining scraps of the photo. Great. He wants a fucking wonder drink that I can't make. He was an old bastard, right? So just search everywhere for it. You don't need nothing. Okay. Okay. Past you. He went in here, didn't he? But did he come back in here? The answer is no. I love how this is just a case of like, you know, go search it around for the fucking town. Just walk everywhere. Luke, is that another of the missing fragments of our photograph I see? Somehow it is, even though we came back here after Chelmy did, so never mind. Nothing here. He wouldn't have dropped it off there, did he? Yeah, no, doesn't look like it. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yes. Back here. Back here, back up here, back up here, back up here. Past this lot. Oh, it looks like the inspector has found a new victim to grill. So, the only way in and out of Falsense is through a narrow mountain pass on the Molenterry Express. In other words, no one gets in or out of town without getting on that train, correct? Ooh, I see someone's been up late doing their homework. I think you've got your facts straight, love. Age takes its toll on the memory, you know. You can never tell by look, but I'm no spring chicken. That's quite enough talk, madam. If you're sure about the route into town, then we're finished here. Barton, let's go!
Yes, sir. Oh, blow me down. He's dashed off. Some boys can't sit still for 5 minutes. I hope he doesn't embarrass the poor lamb. I didn't embarrass the poor lamb. I only wanted him to come in and see a show. Oh, we got another scrap. That's good. Another scrap. That is 8. Oh, yeah. That is scrap number 8. Let's head on down. Nothing out this way. Nothing from Granny. Yeah, no puzzles to find here from Granny. I reckon by the time we finish this bloody chapter, there's going to be a ton, but that's fine. Right. And that's fine, because then we get to spend some time doing some puzzles. There's another scrap. Another piece of the photograph. Yes. Grab that. I would like to talk to her again and make her a cup of tea, because I think I have the ingredients now for it. There we go. You've got to help me, I'm shivering. I need tea that warm me up on the double. You, my friend, need root remedy. Improves the circulation and ideal if you feel a cold coming on. Just poor circulation! Hey! There we go. Tasty. Leela beams a rosy glow. Leela beams a rosy glow returning to her cheeks and her chills disappearing. Thanks a million, you two. Now I'm toasty to the tip of my toes. Glad to see it helped. Are you now fully recovered? No, not exactly. I suppose the tea wasn't as effective as I had originally thought. Oh, no. The chills are gone, but now I've got a cramp from all that shivering. Ow, ow, ow. Something's moving behind your shoulder over there. I don't see anything back there. Oops, it's probably just a trick of the light. That seems to happen a lot to the people in False Sense. Anywho, never you mind that, and thanks so much for helping me out. I mean it. You're welcome, Lila. Or Lila. Bollocks, the girl's gone. I think it's a torn photograph. Well done, I'll hold on to it. Damn it, I need the... Where's the damn child gone? I need to give them some root remedy. Fuck. Damn it. Yeah, bollocking damn it. Yo, you don't need anything up here, do you? Oh, he does need some tea. Sweet.
You two, there's an emergency! We're in big trouble now!
Oh no! What's going on?
It's my tea! It's not sweet at all! How am I supposed to fight vampires without sweet tea? How? I was gonna go home and brew up some, but I can't leave my post. We're trapped here like rats.
Oh, is that all?
What do you mean, is that all? All we do if the vampire bursts in? How do I quench my thirst mid-vanquish? Ah. Huh?
Exactly what kind of tea would allow you to continue your fight?
It's a secret monster fighting recipe handed down from my great-great-grandfather. It's got joyroot clover and a little something else for a thirst-obliterating smoky taste.
I see. I believe we might be able to brew you up something. Okay, so we need smoky then. What did he say he wanted? He said joyroot smoky. I don't have fucking... Oh, bollocks, I don't have smoky. Shit. Bollocks, I don't have... I don't have smoky. Oh. Alright. Yeah, I don't have anything. I don't have smoky. God fucking damn it. The one ingredient I'm missing is smoky. Bastard. Right. Let's move on. What do we got? Anything here? Nope. Okay, ain't been around here. Bloody hell. So we just gotta walk everywhere, the length and breadth of the place? Oosh. Hello again. Yes, Mr. Parcell. You're not helpful right now. Given those jitters and things, I'm just gonna pop down a save real quick on the chance something fucking happens. But it should be fine. Yeah, 5 more fucking puzzle pieces to photo scraps to find. Yes, let's go this way. It's probably a scrap here. Hello, kid. I just found this piece of rubbish on the ground. Ugh, littering is the most boorish habit one can have. Look, Professor, it's part of the photo. Yes, that appears to be the case. Seems the pieces really are scattered all over town. What a huge pain. may take some legwork, but each piece brings us closer to the answer. We must retrieve them all. Sorry to break up the tea party, but I'm the one who picked it up, you know. If you want it so badly, you'll have to solve this puzzle for me first. Oh, what a snobbish twat. Puzzle number 112. Turn on the light. Right. Okay. Right. The board shown in the picture on the left is wired at the underside, so that it's holding contact points A and B together, turns the light on. Now look at the board at the center. Select 3 connect points A, B, and C. No matter where you hold contact points A and B, B or C, or A and C together, the light stays on. In that case, how must the wire be connected on the underside? Well, it's just not fucking connected to them. It's just not connected to them. It's connected like that. Yeah, if A, B, B, C, and AC don't matter, then it doesn't matter. That's what the mouse is thinking. But that would indicate that A and C would connect. So yeah, that just doesn't fucking matter. But then if BC were connected, B would have to go to that point, right? What we're saying here is that you're saying it looks something like that. So, that's what we're saying, but we're also saying that this works. But we're also saying that this works as well, is what we're saying. Like, we're saying that either B is so let's show. When it's saying that A and B are together, what that's insinuating is that it looks something like this. Okay? Contact points B to C would indicate that it's connected like this. And then A to C would indicate the same thing that we saw in A to B. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. If all of those are the same, it's just not connected to them at all.
This should do the trick.
Yeah.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Fantastic. A bright idea. All you really had to do is connect that light bulb to the battery. The puzzle tells you that the light stays on no matter what combination of contact points are held together. Naturally, the light will also stay lit when none of these connections are made either. Exactly. You're sharper than I thought you'd be. Sure, I don't want this silly thing anyway. Thank you very much, snobbish bastard. Oh, you're thirsty now? Fuck off. What seems to be the matter, young man? Oh, I was stressing about something that happened a while ago. It's nothing, really. All the same, how about a cup of tea? Who knows, you might feel a little less glum afterwards. Well, it wouldn't do any harm. But you should know that I won't drink just any old swill. I might look young, but I've got an extremely refined palate when it comes to tea. Duly noted. I'm sure we can whip up something that will please that sophisticated palate of yours. Okay. Perfect for unwinding. Sweet, sour, and a little bitter. Okay. Let me brew sweet, sour, and bitter is this, I believe. Okay. Ding, ding, dong, ding, ding, dong. Nice. And this is bitter fruit. Oh, this is simply exquisite. There's a depth of flavour here that is lacking in most other teas. Really? Gosh. Maybe my tongue's just broken or something? I don't see what all the fuss is about. You may be a little young for this one. It's what some might call a tea for the experienced palate. Well, I don't know what all about that. As far as I'm concerned, it's too bitter to be tasty. Alright, so I need to serve you bitter fruit. Its complex tea is ideal for discerning adults. Ooh, how fancy, he's an adult. Yes. A sophisticated tea. Sweet, sour, and a little bitter. See, I was right! Sweet, sour, and a little something! Wait, didn't I try that tea? I swear I tried making that tea. I thought sweet, sour, and bitter would have gone well together, and I was right. I just didn't put the right ingredients in, did I? Yes. Oh, no, wait, I went spicy, not bitter. I went sweet, sour, and bitter, not spicy. As thanks, let me slip you a little tip. Stay clear of the paranormal when talking to people of this town. Ever since that rumour about Folsom's being cursed, everyone's terrified of stuff like that. Good to know. Alright.
Another scrap? No, not another scrap. Probably one over here if I had to guess. Nope, nothing. Anything inside? Nope. This is shut tight. Well, fuck you. You got anything for me? No. So you know, next time we may have something even more difficult for you. I bet you will, you little shite. Right. Let's move on. Dum, dum. Yeah, where the fuck have we been, though? Okay, no, seriously, where the fuck have we not been for 4 other scraps? I am very concerned here. Highly, highly concerned. The only other place I can think of is the hotel. Don't tell me you left... Yeah, I was going to say, he wouldn't have left a scrap here, would he? Okay, to remember to take a rest every now and then. Shut up. Right, outside the hotel. Over down here. Can't go back any further. So go up here. Yep. Up along here. Seriously, where the fuck else did he go? Went in here. Oh, you need tea. Okay, I can do that. Now, this is a sticky wicket. Can I help you with something? I have all these new items to appraise, but I'm so fatigued that I can't seem to make any headway. You do seem to have a rather daunting task on your hands. I think you'd be more productive if you took a short break. Can I interest you in a cup of tea? Oh, that would be heavenly. I'd appreciate something if you could make it relaxing but spicy. Alright. My jacket, I give my jacket for a relaxing cup of tea. Gentle scent, spicy. Alright. Relaxing, spicy. That is... relaxing, spicy. Let me just go back and see what else there was. Right, so it's gonna have Dream Fluff and Pepper Cherry in. Alright. Pepper Cherry and Dream Fluff. That would be it. Perfect for unwinding. There we go. Cayenne Twilight. Or Cyan? Is it Cayenne? There we go. Very nice. Oh, the herbs in this tea are outstanding. Whether it be herbs or antiques, items of great quality never fail to inspire the human heart. One prime example of this is a rare and ancient text I have in my personal collection. The puzzle hidden within its pages has fueled the imaginations of men for generations. Still not convinced? Here, have a look. You know what they're saying, seeing is believing. Oh, I got a puzzle for it! Nice! 065, the ancient map. Ancient map depicted on the possible spots the vast fortune along with this inscription. Inscribe the numbers 1 to 6 on the map to the blank spaces so that each of the sets of numbers in a straight line has the same sum. This sum must be the largest one possible given the conditions described. Then grab your shovel and race for the spot marked 1, for it is where your treasure resides. The number 4 has already been filled in. Okay. Memo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So the largest possible given these conditions means that this would essentially, we're looking for 2 numbers here that equal 4, right? Or, yeah. So that is my first hint on some of this stuff. So let me go ahead and mark this as, let's call that X. Let's call this A and B right now. Okay, so 4 equals A plus B, right? Or it's a yeah, because those two have to equal the same thing, because there's an X on both sides. So 4 is A plus B, so we're looking at either 1 and 3. No, it has to be 1 and 3, right? So 1 and 3 both have to sit in those 2 spots, right? Shit. No, yeah. Okay, well if the answer then is 10, let's say it's, let's just put the answer at 6 there. Let's put a 6 there, and let's put 1 and 3 here, because that makes sense. Okay, but then that doesn't work, because then I need another 3 here, so that doesn't work. Okay, I think 10 is too big as well, so let's try 5 on this instance. And then we put, I'll just put 1 and 3 here for now, because that makes 9, that makes 9, 4, that's 5. Yeah, so it can't be that, so it has to be 3 there, I think. Okay, so that's 7, and then that makes 1. Okay, let's try putting 2 in there, because that's a 6, right? Wait, no. No, it can't be. Okay, so it has to be, it can't be 2 there. Is it 5? Yeah, that's 5. Yeah, let me just try it. 1, 3, 5. Let's put that at 9. This up here becomes 6, which means that's 2 there, which means 5, 9. So yeah, it's basically, yeah, the way we work this is, here is X, we'll call that A, B, C, and D, just to make things easy. So 4 equals A plus B. We know that C plus B must equal X, and we also know from this that we can create a bunch of equations where D plus A plus C equals 4 plus X. So we can start basically like shunting things around, as it were, on some of these. I think that makes sense. Well, you're making to try and make the biggest number possible. I think it's 9 because you can't put 10 anywhere. You can't put a 10 in there anywhere else, right? Or can you put a 10 in anywhere else? I don't know. So it works with 9. Can I make it 10? If I'm making it 10, let's put the 6 there. Right. So again, we know that A plus B equals 6. A, B, C, and D. Because I know I can make it work for 9, but it says it has to be the largest number possible. So that's really important here. We know that A plus B plus 6. We know that C plus B must equal 4, and we know that ACD equals 10. Okay, with that information, can I extract anything out? Okay. It's just these screens are so bloody small, it's difficult to always do this. I might pull up paint, it might be easier. Actually, let me do that. Let me put paint up. Paint. MS Paint. My glorious MS Paint. Right. Let me just... window, not display. Window capture, there you are. Paint. Okay. Select an automatic window, paint. There you go. Right, and we'll just shrink that down a little bit so that it's there-ish, something like that, and then do this. So, given the information that we have, we know that, let me also as well just put the brush size up a touch on things. We know that we said, what did we say? We said A plus B equals 6. Plus B equals 6. We said A plus C plus D. D equals 10. And we said that C plus D equals 4. Or C plus B equals 4. So B plus C equals 4. Okay. Okay, looking at all of those equations, there's... let's go ahead and get... I'd like to try and, like, use these to sort of, like, substitute stuff. See what we can do. Actually, if we just, I can make... Here's... Let's look at 1. Let's call that 2. Let's put that as 3 right now. So let's look at 1 and 3. Let's take them and we're going to subtract them from each other because that knocks out B. So it becomes A minus C equals 2. That now helps us because now what I can do is I can kind of... I want to see if I can like add that in and fudge some stuff around to get to D on its own, because that gives us a fourth equation to work with, which is just, you know, 1 minus 3 in this. So, let's go ahead and add that to A plus C plus D. That becomes 2A plus D equals 12. Okay. That's... does that help in any way? Well, if I can get... yeah. I don't know if that helps. Okay. I mean, I could also add them all together and see if that helps. Let me just... yeah. So that's 2A. 2A plus 2B plus 2C plus D equals 20. Okay. And we know that 2A plus D equals 12, so I can shove that in there. So what I actually get is 2B plus 2C. I've just come back around to making C plus B. Fuck's sake. I'm just going backwards and forwards. Plus 12 equals 20, which, fun fact, is just, we're just making C again, so it doesn't help. Fuck. Piss, bollocks. That's annoying. Right. None of that bit there matters. Actually, I can just do it the easy way, where it's outline, no outline, fill, solid color. Yeah, that don't matter. Never mind. Okay, there must be something I can mess around with these. I don't want to make it just A equals B minus 6. Or 6 minus B. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that so it isolates them out. Let's do it the long way. A equals 6 minus B. Okay. B equals 6 minus A. So yeah, B equals 6 minus A. Okay. Yep, okay. Because that's just fudging around those things. Let's go ahead and try and substitute those into some stuff if we can. So yeah, going back into 1, we know that A equals 6 minus B, which just becomes A equals B? What the fuck is going on there? That don't look right. Yeah. Something's gone wrong here. Yep, I don't know. Why is this being such a bitch? I don't know. I don't rightly know. Alright, let's just substitute that into another equation and see if that helps in any way. I feel like I'm going around in circles here. Let's take 6 minus A. 6 minus A plus C equals 4. Okay. Yep. Right. Okay. And didn't I say that A plus, or A minus C equals 2? So we got A minus C equals 2. Okay. Which means that minus A plus C equals so then if we just multiply everything by minus 1, we get minus A plus C equals minus 2. Let's just keep that in mind, because now what I can do is I can substitute this into here. So we get 6 minus 2 equals 4. What am I doing? 6 minus... Okay. Okay. So all that means is that A is greater than C. That's still good to know, I think. Memo. Yeah, God damn. This one's... Why am I going around in circles on this? Every time I try and add in a fucking number, it's going wrong. Which makes me think that I can't get 10. But I need to physically solve a thing to say that I can't get 10. Right, look at A and B, the numbers 1 through 6 that don't involve 2. It's 1 and... Wait. How fucking stupid am I? Guys. I'm only working with the numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. What pair of numbers here add up to make 6? I'm so stupid. Okay, so A So A minus C equals 2. That we also found out. Since we know that that's the case, we know that A must equal 5. So A is 5. Therefore, A equals 5. Given those conditions that we know that that's the case. Yeah, none of that. Let me just fucking let me write this out. So we have if we take 1 minus 3, and I'm gonna circle them, equals A plus B minus C equals 6 minus 4, which equals A minus C equals 2. Therefore, we have A must be greater than 1 because they're all because A, B, C, and D are all greater than 0. We know that much. So we know A must be greater than 1, therefore A equals 5 and B equals 1. Knowing that, we know that C equals 3, C equals 3, which just means we have 1 plus 3 plus... 1 plus 3 plus 6. Okay, so you can do it. Fuck's sake, that was a nightmare. Right, so now let me just mark this. We said A equals 5, so clear. That is 5, which means that is... Wait, what? Yeah, we said that is 6, so that's 1. What? Wait, that doesn't work. What? How does that... What? No, that doesn't work. What? No. No, it was almost so well. That one in the middle. Yeah, that's got to be... That's 6. That's 1. That's 5. That is 7, so that's a 3, and that's a 2. Okay, we figured it out. That there is 1. Okay, so it's the middle one, right? It's got to be the middle one. For race to the spot marked 1. Okay, I think. Yeah. All of this to mess this shit up.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay. A equals 5 and B equals 1. That's all we needed to know there on that. Sweet. We'll keep that up in case I need it. There you did it. The treasure is buried at roughly the center of the map. The sum you need to work out was 10. You could organize the numbers so that each line adds up to a total of 9, but that's not the highest sum possible. I know, bastard! Son of a bitch. I spent more time on that trying to make it equal 10. Well done! You have a wisdom that gives me newfound hope for society. In a town as steeped in greed as Falsense, meeting someone like you is a true breath of fresh air. Thank you, my friend. But, well, I'm looking for these fucking puzzle scraps. You don't have one, do you? Hey, what have you done to play in the forest on the edge of town? Why is that? That's what I hear from people who went to treasure hunt in that dusty castle. Said a vampire with big fangs lives up there. Yikes. Well, gosh, if you knew what I was talking about, why'd you make me explain it? Cherry crust of garlic, you'll be right as rain. Actually, I bet you a slice of garlic bread would be enough to do the trick. Garlic bread? Not French. We're British. We don't eat that. Listen, I meant to ask you, did you know what this is? One blew of it. Oh my fucking god! I have to talk to everyone. Ah, that's bollocks. Fuck you, game. That's very stupid. Wait, true. Yep, you don't have anything. Of course you fucking don't. Great. Ah, now I need to go back in here and check if you have one. No, you have another puzzle for me, though. As much as I love antiques, I adore puzzles even more. I've got a vintage puzzle that I'd love to share with you if you'd listen. We'd be honored to hear it. This puzzle involves a certain rare vase in my collection. It's on display just over there. Okay. Puzzle number 064. Stones in a vase. This vase holds 101 stones, each identical in size and feel. There are 50 black stones and 51 white stones. Now pull out as many, Now put on this blindfold, reach in and pull out as many stones as you'd like. When you're finished, if you've removed an equal number of black and white stones, you'll receive a number of gold coins equal to the number of stones you pulled out. How many stones should you remove to give yourself the best possible chance of getting the most money possible? Oh, fuck. So, initial logic says I should pull out 100 to get the most money possible. Salutations, sunshine. It's a pleasure to see you here. We hope you're well. Because, so the argument says if I pull out all but one stone, I'm basically down to a 50. If you pull out all but one stone, there is a 50-50 that you pull out. Like, if you leave one stone in there, it's a 50 out of 51 that you get everything. So I think it's just you pull out 100 stones, don't you? Because you want the most money possible, and the most money you can get is 50 gold. So it would be that, wouldn't it? Yeah. Because, yeah, you want... How many stones should you remove to give yourself the best possible chance of getting the most money possible? That sounds like it's like, oh, what's the most money you can guaranteed come away with, but also then do that. It's like, no, it's just... It's literally just, what's the most money you can get away out of this? Because if I pull out 2 stones, and I pull out an equal number of black and white stones, I have the same chance as leaving just one in there. Right? I think that's how that was. Statistics is never a strong point of ours, because they're fun. Because what we're saying here is we're saying that we want to have removed, at the end, we want to leave just one white stone in there. So what we're saying is that of the 100 pulls we get, we need just 50 on them is what we're 100 pulls. So in order to have the white one remaining, the probability of one right remaining, it's gonna be it's basically the probability of 1 minus you didn't do that, which is p the negative of that. It's weird enough. It's how we did this. It's how we found like the Skyrim probability of stuff is for things, because probability is a weird one. It's like for example, like I use Hearthstone as an example because it's the best example we know of this probability being explained. This guy's toast, by the way. This one, shout out to that, was the mulligan of 3 cards. If you pitch all 3 cards in your hand and draw again, it genuinely comes out that if you're looking for a specific card, every card ends up at about a 50%, because you're looking at, like, if you've got 2 of it in the deck, the chances that you can get it from a mulligan is about 50%, because you're pitching those cards out. But then the chances that you don't get it, the probability that we get the good card is the same as as 1, which is 100%, minus the probability that we don't get it. And the probability that you don't get it is it's a 1 in 15. It's a 14 over 15 that you don't get it, and then a 13 over 15 that you don't, 13 over 14 that you don't get it, and then a 12 over 13 that you don't get it. So you multiply, it's that, and you multiply it all together, and there's 1 minus that, and it comes out about 50%, which is really fun. So yeah, I think the answer is that you just take out 100 stones. Sorry, we got a little off topic there, but statistics is a mess and fucking awful. But yeah, the trick on this one is the fact that they want the most money possible.
Wonderful.
That's the only thing that matters. If you're just going for the most money possible, the answer is 50, at which point then you have to pull out 100 stones. Well done. If you remove 100 stones from the vase, only 1 will remain inside. If that stone remaining is white, it means you've successfully removed 50 stones of each color. Of course, removing just 2 stones would give you the same chance of winning the coins as removing 100 stones, but the amount of money you receive for successfully removing 100 stones dwarfs the reward you received for 2 stones. Yes, it does. That's the trick. Deftly solved. I bet like yours is a real collector's item. Damn fucking right it is. You got anything else for me? You got a thing? Too many people in this town. Pricing someone good worth, in my opinion. Okay, you don't have anything extra for me. I'm fine with that. Yes, so I guess I'm gonna have to go fucking talk to everyone now. Do you have a piece of this scrap? Oh, you two sure do run around a bunch, her. You'll never catch me doing that. I'd get all sweaty. Yep. Oh, a puzzle from this lad.
Hey guys, what you doing there?
Hello, young man. We're looking for pieces of a torn photograph. Have you seen any pieces around?
Yeah, the wind blew this thing by me. Here's what you two are looking for. The law of the playground is find its keepers, but if you can solve this puzzle, you can have it.
Puzzle number 101, Disappearing Act 1. Oh, hello! This is Chinese checkers, isn't it? Pretty sure this is Chinese checkers. I think that's the name of it, right? Here is a classic puzzle. The rules are simple. You can move any ball on the board below as long as it satisfies the following conditions. To move, jump your selected ball over an adjacent space occupied by another ball into an empty space on the other side. You cannot jump diagonally. Once you've made the jump, the ball you jumped over disappears from the board. To complete the puzzle, remove all the balls except one. Technically, there is another part to this where you're aiming to get to the center. The last one should be in the center, but it should look something like this. Like that. Yeah, there we are. That's a fun puzzle. Normally the whole board is filled except for, I think, the middle square is the initial for that, right? This is one configuration of a puzzle known as a peg solitaire. Well, I mean, I don't know solitaire that well before I peg them. As the name suggests, the traditional version of this game is played with pegs that you insert into holes in the game board. That is true. Though now marbles, it's easier to make them work for.
Oh, I get it now. Thanks for your help. Here's a photo scrap just like I promised. There used to be lots more people in Full Sense way back when, but then everyone just up and left.
2 scraps left. Come on! Okay. Nope, you're good. No, don't play with me, it's really boring. Oh, that's a shame, kid. Okay. Does the kid need a drink? Maybe, maybe not. I gotta go find more people to fucking talk to. Hey up. Oh, you might have been seen.
The business has been slower than snail run the tortoise, as the saying goes. With no customers, I don't really have much time to do, unfortunately.
Do you have any other duties here besides watching the door?
Some small tasks. For instance, the boss requested that I make some extra copies of the menu. To be honest, it's a real bother. Do you mind helping me out?
Sure. Puzzle number 069. Copying the menu. Right. Okay. The menu you see here has been folded into thirds, with print on both sides, meaning the total there are 6 pages to it. But the boss needs lots of copies, but unfortunately your copy machine can only copy a maximum of 2 menu pages at once. To save time, you're trying to complete a copy of the menu in as few passes through the machine as possible. What is a few number of passes made through the machine you need to make with a full duplicated menu? That would be 3? With some clever folding, you can do it in 3, right? Because essentially what we're saying, like, if you look at this, you'd be like, oh, well, I need, like, 1 here, like this, and then there's 2, and then there's 3rd, and there's 4th. But no. If you fold C over, you do A and D at the same... So, yeah, like, as you can see in this top piece here, if you were to do... you do A and D first, so A and D becomes a pair. A and D is a pair. B and C is a pair. E and F is a pair. B and C is a pair, and then E and F is a pair. Because D and A connect to each other in a nice way and things, so you should be able to do it in just 3. Yeah. I mean, it'll be weird trying to print that whole thing, but that should work if you can do it in just 3. Well, you're actually... Like, here's the thing. You know that the absolute minimum that you can do it in is going to be... This question is literally just, can you show that the minimum provably works? You have to find pairs that you can fold it to, which is A, D, B, C, E, F, is what we're looking for. That's the thing. You know that's the theoretical minimum. It's mathematically proving it. I don't know how you would do that. You'd have to, like, show that that's the case. But, yeah, that works. Because there's no way, like, I suppose the other way you could do it is show there's no way you can do it in 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 is greater than 2, therefore you cannot do it in 2. But you can do it in 3. Therefore, 3 is the minimum. I think is how you would prove that's the minimum. Because there's no way you can show it lower. I think. I don't know.
Yes,
Thinking is
leave
a
it to me.
tricky and devilishly scary thing at times.
Piece of cake.
Nice! It should be 2,505, but fuck it. Yeah, just like we said. If you fold and copy the menu as shown above, you can make a complete duplicate of the menu in just 3 passes through the machine. Hey! Nice. Oh, is that all there is to it? I was sure there'd be some fancy technique involved. Well, there are probably nicer ways you could do it. Are you sure your boss is okay with you doing it like that? No one's gonna notice, kid. Everyone's usually busy picking what they want to eat. If you say so, mister. Thanks, but you don't give me my fucking puzzle, you! Of course you have a puzzle, but... Tell me, have you ever worked up the nerve to wander out past the edge of town? The tales I've heard about what people see out there would make your blood run cold. I recently went out there myself to take a few pictures with my best camera. What came out was... well, here, see for yourself. Puzzle number 096. A ghastly puzzle. Yikes, there's a ghost in the forest. Or so you thought, until you realised that the spectre hovering in front of you was just a figure cut out of the wood hanging from the branch. Look around in the area, you notice 4 pieces of wood scattered in the grass, from which one of these wooden planks was the ghost cut out of. There are 4 choices, A, B, C, or D. Beware, the correct board may have been flipped over in the grass. Bollocks. Right. Okay. That's... oh, fucking hell. Well, it's not C, because C's hands are upside down. That we know for certain, it's not C. That makes my life a little easier. Could it be D? Right now... not sure? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's fucking rotating and flipping shit at the same time. You bastard. It cannot be B. And the reason I say that it can't be B is because if you rotate B to face upright, the ghost is like, the way I'm going to show that is there's a curve on the side of the backwards 3. So, no, it could be B, never mind. Sorry, I'm stupid. I rotated and mirrored it in my head and it was wrong, because surprisingly enough, trying to rotate and mirror in complicated shapes in your fucking head isn't easy. Ah, fuck. Right. If I rotate A... so what are we looking for? We're looking for a curve that goes like this. Your curve goes like this. Which I think is mirror... oh, fucking hell, I hate this kind of puzzle. These are not my favorite, especially when it's not tactile and I can just turn and rotate them to check. Ah, fuck. Well, we said it can't be C. Tell you what, it can't be A, because A's got too long a tail. So A's got too long of a tail. Okay, now why is it B or why is it D? Oh, fuck! Oh my god. I'm so stupid, I can't fucking count. D has 4 fucking fingers. It's not D, it's B. Which is hilarious, because I got it in my head and just immediately tried to turn it over. So yeah, the board may have flipped over on the ground. Yeah, it's B. Because it is flipped as well. Yeah.
Huh. Wonderful.
That would be like, it's quite funny. I could guarantee that would be like a 60 picker up puzzle if they didn't tell you that the board had flipped over.
Good eye, the ghost was cut out from board B. It must have been flipped over as it fell onto the ground. All the other boards have slight differences that set them apart from the correct one. Yes, as you can see, A has too long a tail, C's hands are upside down, and D just doesn't have doesn't have enough fingers. Yeah. Okay. Hey, I thought you were going to show us a photo of a real ghost! Ha ha ha! Sorry to get your hopes up, friend. I do love pulling that one on customers. All joking aside, no one dares enter that forest now. The whole place is overgrown and perilous. A new hamster toy, a sand pit! This isn't my fucking piece of scrap paper. Yes, I heard. Yeah. So I gotta go talk to fucking everyone, you bastards. Alright, fine.
Hey, you got any paper? Taking it this are you? You must have heard of the Herzen Museum, then. It's got all sorts of antiques from false and the most important family. I'd reckon you visit it. I recommend you visit, but the curator, Grinko, is almost never there. If you ever find a place open, consider yourself lucky.
Yes, we noticed. We were hoping to visit, but the museum was closed when we passed by.
And here's the museum's owner ordered Gringo to lock it up and run around town looking for something.
The owner, you say? Do you happen to know who this person is?
Of course everyone does. It's the same fellow who owns the Momentary Express, if you can believe it. Maybe building a museum is some weird hobby for the rich, but it seems like a waste to me.
It would seem Mr. Beluga owns not only the Momentary Express, but the Herzen Museum as well. How odd! What would Mr. Beluga have for a little museum? What use would Mr. Beluga have for a little museum like that? Who can say? For now, what's clear is that Mr. Beluga may have ties to the Herzens he's kept quiet about.
Dungeon wagon, you two! Good. Then look here for this litter I picked up off the...
Oh, that's a scrap. I hate this. Like, it feels like the reason why they've given it to other people is because they need to add more context for things that are going on. For example, Hopper here telling us that, you know, Mr. Beluga has relations to the other thing. They literally could have just said, why don't we talk to other people in the town to see if they found any? And then we at least know we've got to talk to people. Because right now, we just run around looking for it for nothing.
And by all means, here, take it. It's yours.
One more to fucking go. Jesus. How many? Jesus, bloody crickets and all. Yeah. You wanted the wonder thing that I don't think I can make yet. You want nothing. Does the old bastard back here want anything yet or not? Old Todger, you down here? Yeah, no. You want nothing? Alright. You don't need nothing. I gotta check, like, everyone, like, do they eventually ever need it? Even if they do, I think I should wait until I've got, like, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let us wait until we have all of the, ingredients first. Sleep on them. Oh, that's nice. Let's wait until we've got all of the, ingredients. Then we can check. You got anything? Did you find any scrap of paper? What makes such a kerfuffle about wanting people away from the castle? Even if you wanted to go out, it's impossible to get there. Forest gate is always locked. I take it that's the sole path to the castle, then. You actually want to go there, don't you? It's a weird and scary place, but I know the feeling. The gate only opens to let the old stagecoach through. If you hide in the bushes and wait... Ooh, oh yes, I remember that. Especially about the stagecoach and it was for. Let's go. Sorry, I remember this. I really have no idea. It's going to just stay away from there. I remember you talking about that now. Alright. Let's try talking to you in case the paper's there. It smells like garlic in it. Woozy. Yep, it's only sleeping safe and vampire. Of course, business with lately. Yeah, it's kept away your customers as well, hasn't it? Right. Yeah, there's still nothing there. I'm trying to think who else we haven't fucking talked to for it. Yeah, we talked to you. There's... Oh, Lassie. Oh, okay. What you got here? On that. Nice. Ah! No, wait, what? This way? Yeah, this way is just a Granny Riddleton who... I
don't believe would have anything. Okay. Maybe I can check in with the museum guy, see if he has anything, but... You have anything for me? Nope. Okay. Might have to fucking look this one up as to where the fucking last puzzle piece is with the buggers who haven't got anything. Because we've scrapped around for a while looking for it, I gotta admit. You don't have it? Just long tradition, 74 cents. Turn away those who don't follow. Yeah, it's not you. You don't have it, do you? No. You don't have anything. No, because I already talked to you with the one scrap. I already talked to that guy. Doesn't seem to have a scrap. There's no way that, like, fucking Barton has a scrap or anything, does there? Ah, the old guy needs a thing. But it may seem like a goblin, and it seems like his wife. Aw, you need a refreshing drink.
Something the matter, sir? You look rather downtrodden, my good man.
Oh, don't mind me, sir. I'm just getting a little gloomy when I think about how slow business has been lately. To be honest, just thinking about it puts a rain cloud over my head.
Well, how would you like a cup of tea? I'd be happy to make one for you, and you'd be surprised what it can do for your mood.
I'd appreciate it. Maybe something spicy will cure me of this case of the blues.
Spicy. Chase away these blues. Perfect for unwinding. See if this works. Let's hope. Yes? Fuck. Bastard.
Oh, don't worry about me, sirs. Time is a one-way street and moves all on its own. I just hope that things won't go back to the way they were all those years ago.
You're damn right they won't. Where's that fucking last piece of the goddamn bollocking photo, you twat? You better not have it now. I came down here talking to you and you didn't have it, and now you're telling me that I have to have found all the others for him to... Oh. Hiya, folks. What are you two doing out here? Looking for something, maybe? Indeed we are. We're looking for scraps of a torn photograph. Have you seen anything of the sort? So rubbish then, yeah? Anyway, I'm pretty sure I saw one over by the gate to the forest. But anyway, just had to tell you how amazed I am at the number of out-of-towners we've met today. Just met a girl who wanted directions to Erzen Castle, and now I bump into you two again. A girl, you say? She looked like a classy lass here. Probably in her late teens. She's not with you two, then? You must be talking about Katya, Professor. She would certainly fit the description. Do you think she's after Duke Herzen's fortune? I didn't get that impression from our brief meeting, but something is odd, that's for certain. But enough talk. We've got a lead on the location of the final photo scrap. We must make our way to the forest gate before the wind blows away our clue. Oh, I hate that! That was fucking terrible. The Professor and Luke decide to go to the gate at the forest's edge to get the last photo scrap. That was fucking abysmal. It's one of these things where they're looking at it like, oh, they need to make you do this way so that you talk to everyone else so you get more of the story and stuff like that, but they didn't need to do that. They just have all the photo pieces, unless there's something specific that happens at the edge of this thing when we need to. This is home to mourning families of noble birth. Did you guys have Vasco and changed everything? Yeah. Like, that's what they're saying. Right. So now we go up here, up here, up here. That's a bit annoying. That's a bit annoying on that. Oh, you got a puzzle for me, lass? Changed your mind, have you, love? I can take it you want to come inside and have a look around. No, Oh, look at those red cheeks. No need to be shy, Poppet. Here, try this puzzle out. It'll relax you. Alright, what we got? Puzzle number 071. How old is she? A boy and a girl are chatting at a local cafe. Looking up from his drink, the boy says, "You know I'm 20, which is twice the age you were when I was the age you are now." Isn't that interesting? As you can see, the boy isn't the most concise of speakers, but using what he said, how old is the girl he's chatting to? Twice the age you were when I was the age you are now. So, what we're saying here is that, on a memo thing, 20 equals 2 lots of
20 minus A, which we'll say is the difference between the years on them. Which doesn't... Sorry, hang on. Twice the age you were... Twice the age you were when I was the age you are now. Twice the age you were when I was the age you are now. So that's 10. 20 is twice the age you were, which is 10. So, she was 10 when he was the age she is now. He is 20. So, let's say, let's do this as a table. Boy, girl. When he was 20, she is an unknown number. That's what we want to know. When he was a number, when he was A... Hang on. Right. B, G. So when she was 20, that is the unknown. But we know twice the age you were when I was the age you are now. So, she was 10 when he was this question. Are they not both just 20? Is that seriously him just saying they're both 20? Because that's fucking hilarious if that is the case. Right? That's what we're saying. I think. Unless... No, wait, no. Unless... Like... Okay. She's twice the age you were... when I was the age you are now. Okay. So, what we're saying is it goes 20 to blank is the same as blank to 10. Can it just be 5? Like half of 10, which is the difference between these two, is 10. So half it is half it, which equals 5. Because then we're saying, let's go back to the graph, to the chart. Give me a sec. So we're saying B, G. Okay. So question mark here, and 10 goes here. 20 goes here. Question mark here. So if we're saying that question mark is 15, when he was 15, she was 10, and when he, which means she is 15 and he is 20. Right? How does the girl he's talking to? 15? Bit weird, but yeah. Input answer. She's got to be 15. Yeah. Technically, the answer could also be 10, couldn't it? I was the age you are now. I was the age you are now. No, it can't. No. Ah! I see. So we're saying it can't be 20. Here's the reason. It's because, which is twice the age you were when I was that age you are now. Yeah. When I was the age you are now, which means there is a difference. So it can't just be 20 to 20. Has to be they are two different ages. That's what that line there is stating. Yeah, it's a fucking mess. God, that kid needs a slap upside the fucking head. Careful read of the puzzle reveals that when the boy was the girl's current age, her age was half the boy's current age. The boy's current age is 20, and half of that is 10, so the girl must have been 10 back then. Once you realise this, it's obvious that the girl must be 15 at present. Well, no, but you then have to also realise that they can't be the same age. That's the trick in there, in part of it. Oh, you're a clever one. I do love clever boys, me. They make me right weak at the knees, honestly. Clever? Me? Oh, you're getting all red again. Aren't you adorable? You can come back anytime, love. And we got a diary key. Oh, my favourite. Finally, I get to read one of these fucking diaries. It's been a while since we've gotten to read one of these, hasn't it? Right? Yeah. Yeah, it has. Okay, give me a sec. Because I like doing this. Yoink. To there. Is that the right way around? Yes, I think it was. Today is a day to celebrate. At long last, the girl I love has agreed to give me her hand in marriage. I must begin preparing for her arrival at once. I'll gladly change every fixture and fitting in the castle so that she feels at ease. I'm also commissioning a special dress to be made for her. She's going to look so stunning in it. I just know it. Aw, that's nice. Okay. Yeah. Okay, well that's nice. But we want the old thing at the edge of the place, don't we? I wonder if we could go there and find it. If I could go there and find it at the edge of the bollocking forest first, I'd be pissed. Here's the box, nice ring it. You came up with that name. Nope, you got nothing I want to talk about. Nope, don't care. Meanwhile, elsewhere...
So, would you say he comes to town fairly often?
Oh yes, I mean, think about it. He takes the Voluntary Express for free whenever he wants. I suppose that's one of the perks of owning your own whale, right? Oh, and whenever I see him around, he's always with some hippie of a conductor in an outfit. 9 times out of 10 I've seen him, he's having a go at that conductor about one thing or the other. He seems to be searching for something. Bugger knows what, though. But, oh yeah, this is the Irish guy. Top of the morning to you, laddies. Welcome back. It's just something. There we go. So, but whatever it is, it must be quite pretty special if a rich guy like him can't buy it.
I still don't see the fuss over this Illusion box. Far as I'm concerned, it's just a box.
Inspector, pardon me, sir, but I've just received word from headquarters. His alibi checks out.
Is it so? And that's that. Then that's that, isn't it? Ha! Ha ha ha! Bottom, we've got our man. Gather all the suspects at the hotel and we'll put this case to bed.
Huh? But, sir, if we know who the murderer is, shouldn't we make the arrest and be done with it?
What? Button, sometimes I think you might be the thickest bobby I've ever met. There's no greater thrill in the life of a detective than accusing the guilty party in front of a crowd. This is a moment this whole case has been building towards. Now gather everyone up on the double.
Yes, sir. Yep. Okay, well, she's back, which means I can talk to her again. Which is good, because eventually she'll be wanting something to drink, and I can give her the remedy stuff this time. I will get her to do the remedy first, because there's no point in not. Come on. I know you get sick at some point, or you need a drink of tea at some point. Get a fucking drink of tea, you bastard! Come on. Drink some tea. I'm gonna keep going back and forward. I know I shouldn't be doing this, but when I know that I've got the ingredients for her, I'm gonna do it. Come on. Fuck you then. Ah, there's the last scrap. But first, you gonna do it now? No, you knew it. Damn it, fine. There it is. Talk about a spooky place. Do you think the path beyond that gate leads up to the castle, Professor? From what I can tell, yes. Gosh, anyone who would live out in the middle of a spooky forest like that must be a little batty. No wonder people think whoever's out there is a vampire. Did you get it, Professor? Batty? Show a little courage, my boy. Oh, what is this? What's this here? Something stuck on the fence. It's the last piece of the photograph! Ah, good. Now that we've recovered them all, let's see if we can piece together the photograph. Puzzle number 116. The torn photo. Professor Layton and Luke have finally hunted down all 16 of the pieces of that peculiar photo. Reassemble the pieces to reveal the contents in the image. Rotate a piece by touching aside and spinning it around. Be careful not to reassemble the picture upside down. Okay, well let's take... Look, here's the first thing we do. We put all the fucking corners in. Because that's what we start with. Always start with your corners on any puzzle. Because that's just the best way to work with it. Right. Then we've got the edge pieces. All these edge pieces. Well, that there certainly feels like it's more of a... Oh, is that... No, I don't sit there. You sit like maybe... No, not there. No, not there. So it's definitely a side piece here that sits... No, you would definitely sit on the side then. Right. There we go. That's a perfect fit. And now... that looks like that sits up there. Yeah. Okay, well that's definitely a top piece. Could be that. Could also not be that. Could be that piece. No, it's... Yeah, because look at that. That doesn't sit at the right spot for anything, so it's got to be there. Which means that piece probably isn't right. Which means that piece is probably here. There we go. That's a better fit. Okay. Nope, that's not the piece I wanted to look at. I wanted to look at this piece, which... looks... there. Nice. That piece... Yeah, I will admit, I am slightly, cheesing this puzzle by, using the knowledge that I have. So that goes there. Okay, nice. Yeah, using the actual DS for the thing seems to work. That looks right, which means that piece... Is that right? Might not be. Okay. That piece is either this piece... That piece does go up there. Right, okay. And then... that piece... What? What's the... Unless that piece is wrong? That goes there. Ah, then that goes there. Okay, so it is there are much stronger connections to stuff. So if that's the case, that piece might go up there. Just check. Yes, okay. But then that doesn't fit, right? And then that doesn't... Yeah, that was right, I think, there. Okay, right. And then you just turn you the fuck upside down. Right. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't look right. It certainly doesn't look like it's fitting properly. I mean, it might, but... Okay. What are we doing here, then? These are all... middle-ish pieces. Okay. Go. I have no fucking clue. I mean, I can see what part of this shape is. Because that looks like that sits there and there, like that. And then that would sit there and that would sit there. That good enough? I don't know if that's good enough. Is that good enough? Because that... Like, so many of these pieces feel like they fit together right. Unless... Oh, hang on. Wait, no, that does look... I don't... Because that looks right, but there's obviously the fucking gaps in some of this, which is concerning me as to whether or not that's gonna be right. I'm gonna submit that, and if it's wrong, it's wrong, but I think that looks right.
Just leave it to me.
Fuck you. That looks right! You bastard.
I botched that one.
You fucking didn't. The puzzle's built. Try again. Hey, look. Hopefully, this gives me a nice number to round out. Yes! Okay, we have to get it right this time. We have to get this puzzle right this time, okay? So I think it's safe to say that those pieces here are probably correct. I think that is very, very safe to say. Because those all look right. That looks right, that looks right, that looks right, that looks right. So... What, that's it? Fucking... Well, where the fuck else could that sit then? So I'm not insinuating that that piece sits up there, because it doesn't. Right, that piece sits there. Right. So... that piece would sit there, but that's not right. So that piece can't sit there. So that piece would have to sit there. Yes? Yes. Good. Right. Okay. This piece now absolutely categorically must sit here. Okay? Good. You can't sit there. Which means you have to sit up in this corner up here, which is a better piece. Okay, right, you sit there like that. What the fuck did I do wrong on the other one? Did I just manage to fuck up somehow in some way? I don't know. I mean, to say that the piece wasn't fucking put together right, I think is a bit bollocks, but... Did I have, like, these two pieces? I had these two pieces backwards, didn't I? I had these two pieces the wrong way around, I reckon. That was probably it. But there we go. That's as good a fucking photo as I can make it. And now, here's the nice thing.
Let's
Now we have a 5 in the Picarats units. There we go. You did it! But what on earth is this a picture of? Probably the box, if I had to guess? I mean, it's a very head-on photo, but... There! That's all of it! Okay, nice. Gosh, Professor! Luke, were I to venture a guess, I'd say this is what we see before us is the Elysian box itself. Oh look! The design on top of the box looks like the same as the one in front of the fountain! Yes, I noticed the resemblance myself. What an unusual emblem. The imagery seems to resemble some sort of monster, doesn't it? I mean, it's a goat with horns that wrap around jewels. Well, that seems to be appropriate, doesn't it? I mean, the box did kill poor Dr. Schrader after all. Well, perhaps it did, perhaps it didn't. We won't know until we have the actual item on our hands. For now, our best course of action might be to show the people in this town of the townsfolk and see what they say. Sounds good to me. Who knows? Maybe the photo will help jog someone's memory, or it could... Ah! No! Fuck! What are we gonna do now? Who blew away one of the photo pieces? This is quite an unfortunate turn of events. With that piece missing, the emblem looks completely different now. Less evil and more like a frog. Well, if we lose any more pieces, it won't look like anything at all. Also, let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There were actually 16 pieces. That's great. Let's paste the remaining pieces down so we don't lose any more to the wind. Luke? Alright. Bap! The torn photograph. When reconstructed, the photograph depicts the Elysian box. On the lid of the box is an ominous-looking goat, which seems appropriate given the box's sinister reputation. Alright then. But now we have a new mystery. The goat emblem. A large, ominous symbol in the shape of a goat's head decorates the top of the Elysian box. This same symbol can be spotted in the town of Falsense. What connection exists between the box and the town? I don't fucking know. The Professor and Luke decide to continue their investigation of the town. Oh, isn't that nice? Okay. Professor Layton, sir! Pardon, my good man. Whatever is the matter? The inspector has found the person responsible for Dr. Schrader's murder. I have strict orders to round up everybody at the hotel as quickly as possible, sir. Understood. We shall head there without delay. Come, Luke, let's hurry. Why do that? You just put that there. I literally went on single screen. Ah, fucking hell. You didn't need to do the last one. Chapter 6. The Road to Herzen Castle. You finally need a drink. Bitch, I can help you. The Lee, the Clover. Where is it? Can Twilight. Root Remedy. Root Remedy. That's the one you need, lass. There you are. Yummy! Marina smiles widely. She seems restored and cheerful. That tea is great. Makes my tummy feel all warm inside. I'm gonna try making this for my dad. Sometimes when I look at him, he seems old and tired. Maybe the garlic fumes from his shop are playing tricks on my eyes. Alright, well, I've sorted that all out now. Alright, past you. Past you. Past you. Oh, ooh, kid. I love Citronian fruit. I put it in everything. Pancakes, spaghetti. Ooh, spaghetti. I think I pretty much run out of ways to eat it, and that gets me down. Have you ever tried their seeds in a tea before? Oh, that's a good idea. I hear that too much tea makes it hard to sleep, though. Don't you worry. I'll put a little something in it so you won't have any trouble sleeping. Thanks, mister. Since I don't have to worry about going to sleep, I'm going to drink a full bucketful. Okay. 1 cup of Citronian tea, please. Make sure it tastes mild so it doesn't keep me awake. Okay. Mild with sweetness. Citronian seed and mild. Citronian seed, mild. Let's try with this, see if that makes anything. Nope, that ain't it. Okay. Yep. Okay. Citronian seed, make it mild. And let's try spicy. Sour, mild, and spicy. Yeah, make nothing good. Okay. So let me just see what I can serve him. Nope, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that. Could be that, but it's not got the mild in it. You've not got mild in it. And you don't have it in either. So I think it's Citronian seed. Make sure it tastes mild and doesn't keep me awake. Right. Citronian seed, it must be mild. Is that something? If it's this last fucking thing that I don't have. Hey, there we go. What's this? A Radiance blend. Now this smells nice. Indeed. There's something about the aroma of this tea that's quite soothing. You hit the nail on the head, Professor. I hear it's making me sleepy. I suppose that's further proof of its relaxing effects. It does seem, excuse me, rather potent, eh? Alright, there we go. Radiance blend. There we are, kid. Soothing in scent and mildly fruity in flavor, this vitamin-packed tea is addresses all kind of beauty woes. There you go, kid. Hell yeah, he's found a new way of enjoying that sour thing. Wow, that tea was great. I wasn't really a stress head before, but now I'm super chilled out. Good. I was hoping you'd like it. It was nice of you to share your tea, so let me tell you a secret in return. Most people will tell you to stay away from the forest because it's scary, but I know a trick. As long as you tell yourself that nothing scary is going to happen in the forest, it won't. People only see spooky stuff in the forest because they're scared. It's weird, but it's true. It's one of these situations where it's not quite a cognitive bias thing, but it's like you're going looking for something, so in turn it will find you. You know, you go look at it's like people say over here. People say like, oh, you go looking for trouble, you'll find it. Well, yeah, you're expecting a situation, so you're already you got your backup on it and that kind of stuff. So it makes it more common. Ah, Mr. Layton, so glad you could finally join us. With you here now, we have every suspect of the murder of Dr. Schrader gathered in this room. Fucking Layton. A few days ago, renowned archaeologist Dr. Andrew Schrader was found dead in his London home. His murderer is still at large, but look around you. You could very well be sitting next to the culprit. A suspect? Me? Utter nonsense! What reason could I possibly have to kill a man I don't even know? A bit slow on the uptake, eh? Mr. Beluga, every person in this room is after the Elysian box. That box ties each of you to our dead man, so there's no doubt that one of you here did the deed. I'm sure putting this case together has been a triumph of police work, Inspector. So tell me, what facts have you unearthed in these last few days? Now watch closely, Mr. Layton. This is how we unravel mysteries at the yard. You have my full attention, Inspector. Please, hypothesize away. I first learned of Faux-Sense through evidence obtained in the late doctor's apartment. According to his notes, Schrader spent quite some time here in town researching his Elysian box. When I learned that he died shortly after returning home to London, everything became crystal clear. I believe our criminal first spotted the doctor when he was inquiring about the Elysian box here in town. Spying the chance to obtain the coveted box, the fiend followed the doctor to London and murdered him. Oh, now that's a deduction worthy of London's finest. So, out with it then. Who's our man? Hold your horses. I'm getting there. To summarise, the culprit must have been to Faux-Sense before. What's more, this person must have also had the ability to travel freely between here and London. Now, as we all know, only those affiliated with the Momentary Express have that ability. And now all eyes turn to Mr. Beluga, eh? Well, turn 'em back! Mr. Beluga stated that he was conducting business in London on that day and his alibi checked out.
What? But if it's not Mr. Beluga...
That's right. Our murderer stands before us. And his name is Sammy Thunder.
What? You gotta be kidding me, man!
I know Mr. Beluga ordered you to turn over every stone in this town to find the Elysian box. He worked you like a dog and you resented that treatment. So you decided you'd beat him to the punch and make off with the precious box. This is an outrage! Samuel, what do you have to say for yourself?
I'm being framed! You're out of your gourd, man!
Now I see why the box eluded me for so long. You've been holding out on me, Samuel!
No, I haven't! I swear on my favorite leather trousers! Come on, Uncle, you know me! I'm a wild card, but I never do anything as crazy as that!
You'll have plenty of time to make your excuses later. From your cell, that is. Now come along!
So the conductor did it! I didn't think he had it in him, but at least we can all rest easy now. Professor, do you really think Sam could have committed such an awful crime?
Well, all we have to go on is this single torn photograph recovered from the doctor's apartment. Yes.
Oh, so that's the Elysian box? Wow, very fancy. I like the cute goat design on the top.
Oh my. Flora? You did it. Thank you, Flora. I knew something didn't feel quite right, but thanks to you, it's all come into focus.
Really? Do tell, Professor.
Oh, come on, officer, man. My only crime is rocking. And rocking ain't a crime. Yeah. Let me go.
You come along quietly if you know what's good for you.
Read him his rights, bitch.
Just a moment, Inspector Chelney.
Yes. With a little more urgency, please.
A large and rather unfortunate oversight.
And what would that be?
Can't you see I'm in the middle of something right now, Layton?
Yes, but it is a foolish
Where are
errand.
you going with this, Professor?
No one here has ever seen...
Yeah.
before.
Correct.
The one and only piece of visual evidence we possess is this torn photograph.
Mm-hmm.
And get to the point.
Well,
The point is this, Inspector.
the only people who would know what it looks like are the people who've seen the box or this
The only
photograph.
person who could know what the Elysian box looks like is the suspect you're after.
And we've only seen it from this photograph, which you know we were just out looking for.
Who must have stolen the box in the first place.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and I've got the slippery fellow right here.
Uh-huh.
Ow! Take it easy, officer.
Pipe down, you hooligan.
And watch the hair, will ya? Wow!
Sorry to disappoint, but he's not.
There we get a fucking cutscene.
What? Stop talking in circles and get to the point, Layton. Who should be wearing the handcuffs? Isn't it obvious?
I like he was just sat
Criminal
there.
does indeed reside in our midst. He or she would be the only one of us to see the Elysian box in person.
Yep.
Which means the culprit.
Is you, Flora.
Must be you there.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Flora. Wait, is it who I think it
Inspector,
is?
look here.
Yes.
That's the photo I dropped.
Indeed it is.
Indeed. This, for those who don't know, is a piece of evidence recovered by the inspector.
Mm-hmm. Then
A photo of the
reconstructed
Elysian
by
box.
us.
And I have every confidence that this shot depicts the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, this little knick-knack here is what started the whole mess?
I believe it is,
To
yes.
be honest, it's a bit outlandish for my
No.
taste. What with the bizarre frog head on it.
Thank you, Inspector. You've proven my point perfectly.
I see you've put the pieces together too, Luke. Inspector.
Yeah,
the
knowledge.
decorating the
It's
frog
one of the few things. It's knowledge
frog,
that you
but a
shouldn't
ghost.
have, and it's very difficult to realize when you do have knowledge that you shouldn't have, and it's also very easy to overlook someone having knowledge they shouldn't have.
A goat? Not by my eyes, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it. This photograph is missing the piece containing the goat's eyes.
And as a result, the
In
horns
its
look like
current
it.
form, the image looks like a frog to most people, as was the case with you, Inspector.
Mm-hmm.
Flora, dear,
And
I
since
believe
Flora
the
had been
design
staying
of
here
the
in the hotel the whole time, she shouldn't have been out and seen the emblem. Yeah.
Well, that clears things up nicely.
Okay.
You say you saw a goat. That must mean you've seen the real Elysian box before.
Poor Flora.
You?
Who are you really?
Mm-hmm.
Well played, Layton. I'm sure you're very proud of yourself for seeing through my...
It is Don Paolo again. Come on, give me the cutscene. Okay. Oh boy. Don Paolo, how did you fit in there?
Curse you, Layton! Curse you and that foppish hat of yours!
Don Paolo.
I beat you to the box, and given a little more time, I would have beaten you to cracking its secrets. And of course, the Herzen fortune would have been mine. But that ship has sailed now.
So you're the one who had the Elysian box all along!
Another brilliant deduction from Layton's lackey. Clearly he's learned from the best. But yes, you're right, little one. I stole it off that old fool while he was snoozing on the floor. The geezer probably caught a cold sleeping on the ground like that. Not that I care one iota. I'm evil.
Snoozing? But Dr. Schrader wouldn't sleep on the floor. Hey, wait a second. If you've been posing as Flora, where the fuck is Flora?
Oh, she's probably making very small crop circles out in that dropstone barn I left her in.
Or maybe she's just sitting there,
Fuming because you bumblers didn't even notice we'd switched places. But I must thank you two dolts for your help. You've given me more than enough information. The jig may be up, but the dance is far from over. I'm so close to unlocking the secrets of the Elysian box. Now I need to merely take this box to the... Hold it right there, you scoundrel. Ah! Oh shit! I've been revealing all of my plans and confessing to my crimes in front of the police! Oh no! Will he be able to figure this one out? I've got a lot of questions, and you will answer them once I've escorted you back to London. Yeah, where do you think you're going? Ha! Got you, you slippery little bugger! Oh, you meddlesome oaf! You have no idea just how slippery I can be! Don't just stand there! The arm's getting away! Fool! Did you really think a soft-bodied flatfoot like yourself could catch me? So long, Layton! Think you can give me the slip, eh? I'll catch you yet!
Oh, wait for me, Inspector! Wow, look at the pair of them shake a leg. I didn't think they had it in them.
I must say, I never once suspected Don Paolo had been posing as Flora, and for so long.
I just hope the real Flora is okay. We absolutely can't forget to pick her up on our way back to London.
I think that they should have done that reveal by, instead of having the cutscene where, like, you see her go like, "Pah!" and like, you see like she gets snatched and then it's like, oh, where did she go? It's just as you move from one location to the other, it pauses, says,
where's Flora real quick? And then you see her and it's just, oh, she got caught up in the crowd while she was looking at something else. That, I think, would have worked better, because there's that, there's a difference between giving you that little hint that something is wrong and just outright telling you, and the professor doesn't know. Like, it's that weird bit of dramatic irony where it's like, yes, the professor feels smart for figuring it out, but we've known for so long and it doesn't feel that smart to figure it out from there. Of course we won't. But I'm sure Flora is having a grand old time playing with the cows. Another thing I can't get out of my head is what Don Paolo said about Dr. Schrader. The way he was talking, it didn't sound like he killed Dr. Schrader. But if he didn't, then who did? I think you're spot on there, Luke. Something else is responsible for the doctor's supposed death. Right now, I'd say the Elysian box is the key to learning what this something is. And it looks like we've reached a dead end. Oh, if only Don Paolo hadn't run off with the... Professor, look! It's just the fucking box right there. Well, look at that. Don Paolo must have dropped it when he was running away from Inspector Chelmy. So this is it. The Elysian box. At last, the box! Inside sleeps the key to unlocking my family's fortune! I beg your pardon, sir. Mr. Layton, I'm going to ask you to hand over the box now. As a son of the late Duke Herzen, I am the rightful owner of that box. This box belongs to the Herzens? You heard of hearing, boy? Inside this box is the key to cracking the secret of the Herzen fortune. Seeing as how I share the bloodline, that box should pass into my hands and no one else's. Oh my, that does seem to change things. I suppose we'll have to... Mr. Beluga, listen to yourself. You're no more entitled to that box than I am, or any other person in this room for that matter. You listen here, Porter. This is none of your business, so I suggest you keep your cake hole shut. No, I'm sorry, but I won't stand by and watch you claim that box as your own. If anyone has a rightful claim to that box, it is the current Duke of Fulsens himself. Besides, I've heard about you. You turned your back on this town and left it of your own free will. In my book, your claim to the fortune was lost the day you walked out of Fulsens. Oh, well, is that so? So you've got some nerve, you know that? If what Krantz is saying is true, I'm afraid I can't just hand over this box to you in good conscience, sir. Hey, Uncle, why don't you say we give up on chasing this box? I'm sick of sneaking around all the time. Don't you dare tell me how to run my affairs, Samuel! I think you've forgotten who got you your job. I never even wanted to be a conductor in the first place! Plus, playing errand boy is getting old, man. It's more than a like me can take. Sammy Thunder wasn't born to work a 9-to-5 gig. Sammy Thunder was born to rock out. Hey, world, I'm climbing back onto the rock train and riding it to the top. Yeah! Samuel, what are you babbling on about? Come back here at once! I'm sorry, Mr. Beluga, but I think I have to hold on to this box for the moment. Fine! Do what you want. I hope that awful box curses all of you twice over! Well, we have the box now. The box's whereabouts. The villain who made off with the Elysian box was none other than Don Paolo, brilliant scientist and Professor Rival's self-proclaimed nemesis. To find riches allocated with the antique, he disguised himself as Flora and tailed Luke and Layton. Okay. And you. Beluga's search. Beluga was also searching for the Elysian box, which he believed contained clues regarding the vast Herzen family fortune. As a member of the Herzen family, he felt entitled to any family riches, though some people in Fulsens strongly object to his claims. So it seems Don Paolo wasn't responsible for the doctor's death after all. Maybe it really was the Elysian box that killed him. Yes, it sounds like he was already on the floor by the time Don Paolo arrived on the scene. Perhaps you're right, Luke. The box could very well contain a lethal element that killed the doctor. But without opening the box ourselves,
How can we be sure? Surely you don't mean... I do, Luke. We must open the box. It's the only way. Please, just hold on a moment. Katia? Katia? What? I don't know. Is there any way I can convince you to let me have that box? It's of vital importance. Before I do that, I would need to know more first. Why is this box so important to you? I'm sorry, it's not for me to say. But I must deliver that box to someone important. I must. Who is this person? I can't tell you anymore, but once I'm done, I'm certain this awful curse will go away forever. The curse will end and everything will be over and done with, and he'll... My dear, what is it that you're getting at? Help! Somebody! Anybody come quick! There's something else just got taken away to Herzen Castle! The vampire's going to suck his blood, and then he'll steal his soul! Why did it have to be him? Why? That guy had a heart of gold! But... no, that's impossible. Wait! Katia! Where are you running off to? She certainly left in a hurry. Maybe all that vampire talk scared her off? Do you know what she was talking about, Professor? I could barely follow what she was saying. I'm as confused as you are, Luke. But after our discussion, I am doubly sure now that this box contains a greater secret. The path to understanding everything lies right before us. While potentially perilous, opening the box seems to be the only course of action left to us. Understood, Professor. Good. And let's take this box to our room so we can open it away from prying eyes. Don't you fucking dare. Ah! Seriously? Fucking... Alright, let's go.
Finally, the Elysian box.
Why not just cut the cutscene there? Okay. Alright. It's a nice looking box. It's just a box. Pandora's box was open, though, wasn't it?
And we're still alive.
For now, Luke,
It would
yes.
seem my theory was correct.
Which is what?
What do you mean, Professor?
Hmm? Oh, we missed one. Jars and cans. I only missed one, somehow. We must head back into town and do a bit more asking around. I need to confirm my suspicions. See, now it would make sense to put a thing. But they literally just did cut, go up, cut, thing. Like, come on, guys. You're better than that. Good evening, sirs. Please forgive my earlier outburst. That wasn't very professional of me. Not at all. Your testimony was incredibly helpful. Listening to you talk, I got the impression that you were very well versed in Herzen family history. Well, I suppose you could say that. He was here, when he was still alive, Duke Herzen often favored our fine hotel with his patronage. I have very warm memories of his kindness towards me, even when I was just a lowly bellboy. Back when the Duke was still with us, the whole town buzzed with energy and activity. But once the mining stopped and the Duke passed away, Volson's turned into a gloomy ghost town. Who was the Duke's successor? Did he have any other children? As I recall, Mr. Beluga's brother inherited the Duke's title. That's really all I know about the situation, though. I've heard our current Duke is quite young. And the vampire rumors, which I'm sure you've heard, and know everything they do. Yes. Well, you have tea that I want to try and give you, so... hang on. I got a fucking picture I can take here. Okay. Sweet! Give me that picture. In the camera. On you. Okay, now I'm trying to remember where all of the hint coins were here. Because that'd probably help. Right. There's only one thing there. Okay.
Just leave it to me. That was almost too
Nice.
easy.
Nice. Anything else over there? bloody hell. Right. I don't fucking see anything? What?
There's still 2 more, though. Somewhere.
Where the fuck? What the fuck could it be? Like on the curtains, maybe?
The light is off. Yeah. That light is off.
Let's see if this works. That was almost
Okay.
too easy.
It's 2, but where's the fucking third?
Oh, this door handle here. It's on the wrong side.
Yes. Okay.
Let's see if this
There we go.
Nice.
Nice.
Again.
Not too bad. That's all the things. And now let's just check those 3 spots. Okay. Go away. Is it there? Nope. Is it there? It's the lamp. Is it not? Oh, for fuck's sake. Where the fuck is it actually then? Here. Completely different location. Fuck's sake. I swear it was always around the bottle, or the things, wasn't it? Whatever. Tried to hide from me, but I found it. Damn right we did. Puzzle number 114. Fair compensation. 3 houses face a single common field. The head of each of the 3 houses, A, B, and C, decide to work together to seed the field. Unfortunately, C injures himself just before work starts, so A and B do the field together. The seeds are the entire field. A works 5 days and B works 4. Feeling guilty, C decides to pay A and B for doing his part of the job. To thank them, C pays them a total of 9 coins, divided up accordingly to how much each person did. Can you work out how many coins A and B each received? Interesting. So, wait, what? I mean, like, here's the thing. This could be a trick question. But, so let's go over the reason. Because there's a very obvious thing where you just look at a 5-to-4 ratio means that of the 9 coins, A who worked 5 and B who worked 4, you should get 5 coins and you should get 4 coins. But that doesn't sound right. Because they already... Because they are... Feeling guilty, AC decided to pay for the job they did themselves. So, what you've actually got is you've got... Like, let's look at the field. They originally said that they were going to work this section. So, it was originally going to be A's section, which is a third, B's section, and then you had... we're saying here, we're saying C section, which was AC, and that was BC, right? So what we're actually saying is that you did 1/3, you did 1/3, okay, but then you did 5/9, so it's 1/3 plus 5/9 times 3/9, or plus 3/9. Is it 8/9? Is it 8/9 of the coins that he should be getting at that point? He did that, plus, and you did, yeah, a third in 9s. So, yeah, I'm trying to, right, if we put it, let's put it all in 9s, okay? Let's put it all in 9s. So you did, so it's of 27, rather. So it's in 27s. You did 9/27 plus, you did 5/9 of his, which was 5/27, which equals 14/27, right? Doesn't sound right, because then the other guy would have had to do 9/27, which is a third, plus 4/27, which is 13, which again comes back to this whole idea that should be basically equal to half, but I don't think that's the case. Feels A works for 5 days, B works for 4. It's a total of 9 coins divided up according to how much each work the person did. according to how much work they did. Because again, I think we're going back to this idea that they, yeah. I mean, of the plot, we say that B worked for 5 days, so we got 9 total coins. Are we just saying that it's just we divide the plot into, like, if we divide the plot into 9, and we claim each one, so we'll put the plot into 9, because that's easy for us. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here, like that. That's the easiest way that we can look at this, right? So, if we say that the original 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we said that B works 4, right? Like this, that would be correct. And it's like, oh, you should get 5 coins, you should get 4 coins. But remember as well, each person actually was going to plot their own thing anyway. So it doesn't actually matter that they did all of this. This is irrelevant. It's just C's plot that's what we care about, right? So if that's the case, are we saying that each, like, it should be 2 to 1 ratio? So A should, because yeah, you did twice as much for that. So because he's only caring about the C's part of the plot, which yeah. Oh, I see. No, I see what I was doing that was wrong. When I was doing this, I said that he worked for 5/9 here, and this bit, which is what mattered. I should have blocked it out that A and B's plots both have the same sections to it. On a 9x9 grid, A did 3 that they were intending to do. This was B's intended section of plot, and here was C's. Rather than just be like 5/9 and suddenly got 27s in there, everything got weird and off on that one. So as a result, can you work out how many coins A and B? So A should receive 6 and B should receive 3. 6 to 3, right? Yeah, that sounds more right. I think. Because he's only paying them for the work that he didn't do, not the whole field. Yeah. A received 6 coins and B got 3. You might have been tempted to answer 5 and 4 coins respectively, but as shown above, that isn't quite correct. A and B both had to work 3 days to finish their own shares of work. Since C wanted to pay A and B for the work they did for him, he has to base his payment on the 2 extra days of extra work that A did and the 1 extra day that B did. Therefore, A should receive twice as much as B did. Yes. Phew, there was a lot more work than I thought it would be. It was. It was quite a nasty one as well. Okay. Well, that I think is everything there. Gather more clues in town. First of all, Sammy, you happy you're not jailed? Safeness! If it wasn't for you, my main dudes... If it isn't my main dudes, you're the only reason I didn't catch that bogus charge. To say thanks, I pulled some strings with the museum curator and got him to open the place up for you. It's not much, but maybe that'll help you find some righteous info there to help your case. Make sure you check it out. Well, thanks, Sam. It got pretty hairy back there for a little bit, didn't it? I still haven't gotten over discovering that Mr. Beluga is actually part of the Herzen family. Yeah, my uncle never really told me much about it at all. I just knew he had some kind of big bust-up with his dad, the Duke, and decided to leave for good. He did talk a lot about his brother he left behind, though. He had a real soft spot for the guy. But now it looks like that growly vampire is running the things around the castle. I hate to say it, but I doubt anyone survived that wicked, scary monster moving in. And another diary key. Oh, brilliant. Okay, and yeah, we leave one fucking thing and decides to... God fucking damn it, game, I swear, you absolute... overcorrection is terrible. Alright. But yeah, didn't he talk about in this guy? So this is the diary of the other guy. As the Duke's son, most unfortunate realities, most people scholars want to meet. Yeah. As the Duke's son, father is pleased, father's always even his sons. It's no wonder my younger brother always seems so irritated with him. We cannot leave if we want to. But then he left, didn't he? No longer in his holiday session. My younger brother has left Folsense for good. So that's Mr. Beluga. But let's read here. All around town, people are falling ill with a disease that has no name. Some of the common folk have been saying that our town has fallen under a curse. As the only son remaining to watch over Folsense, I can't even think of leaving. The thought would be more disturbing were it not for her. As long as she's by my side, I have the strength to stay and protect this town. Okay, so now there's just an illness ripping through the place? Bloody hell. That's not great. Alright. Let's head on up and out and clear all this. First and foremost, we are going to take a minor detour for cans and jars. I think it was what it was called. In here. There we are. Jars and cans, even. Okay. Well, Link, what are we doing then? A line of jars and cans sits on the counter. Your job is to rearrange these items so that both jars and cans are grouped with the items of the same types. However, in doing so, you must always move two at once. Move items around by two. Okay. So, yeah, that's not actually too difficult. Because I do that. And then that. And then... oh, hang on. Okay, right. Okay, so I do need to make space on something, so I think what I need to do is move like this. That doesn't really help, does it now? Yeah, that's it. There we go. There we go. That's the move. Because you do want to do it shortly. It's one of these weird ones where it doesn't come together until it all comes together. But yeah, that's nice. Nicely done. Now the jars and cans are sorted neatly. If only people would organize things properly in the first place. If only, eh? Alright. Alrighty, out we go. Off we pop. Okay, you got a puzzle for me? No, you don't. If you ever feel like you need to unwind, love, you know where I am. There's not like a bit of cabaret. Refreshes the parts that nothing else can. That's what I always say. It's a very interesting choice of words there. Refreshes the parts that nothing else can. Okay. Anyway, actually, no, I do need to go up this way, because I need to go up through here, and then over this way. There we go. And then through here. Past old, what is it? Greenco? Greenco? Yeah. Her name's Gregorio, and I love chess like mice love cheese. If you solve this chess puzzle, I'll tell you what I know about Folsense. Let's see what you've got. Is it another chess-based puzzle? The Knight's Tour number 2. Oh, bloody hell. Lead the knight on a trip around the board. Okay. I think I want to try and go basically around the edge first, because that gives me essentially a little bit of an easier time, and then I start getting only single points to go in and out from. Like this, as you can see, it's slowly winding its way around. Fuck. Bollocks. Alright. Okay. This is... yeah. Okay. Yeah. You there. You there. You there. You there. And then there to there to there. Am I doing the same thing as before? No, I don't think I am. So that goes there. But then I end up here and I'm fucked. Right. Okay, I like the idea of going around the edge. That seems like a good starting point. Maybe I want to cut in a little bit? Make patterns with it? Is that beneficial? Because once I make a pattern, now I should be able to go like this. Okay. I can wind it... ooh, I don't know if I can do this, because this square here has only to there, but then this square here has only to there. Right. Okay, from here I should be able to figure it out. So this gets to here, which is a dead end. That has to be the last one I go to, is what we're saying. Which means there to there. But then how do I get to this one again? I can't. I think I'm buggered. Because I think that no matter where I go here, I end up stuck. Damn it. Okay, right. Okay.
sure there's something that people can argue with how to do these, but I'm already buggered. You see how I'm already buggered? Because if I go here, I can't do anything. So that's important. I think I want to try and get to the corners as quickly as possible. Clear out the corners. Yeah, but then okay. Maybe I don't go to... So the corners are dangerous because I slowly eat up all of the things that they're related to, or they're able to go to. So I should go to here, 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 like that. Right. Then that gives me this. Then that gives me only one option. But now I'm here... And I think I have to be careful on what ones I go for. Because if I'm not careful, I will just completely fuck myself over. I'm going to try going around in circles. See if that actually helps. Yes, that does. That does. That does. Okay. What did we learn here on this puzzle? There are two important things we learned. One, corners are dangerous. Corners are very, very dangerous. You have to be careful. Two, always try and go around in a circle and keep patterns going. So in this instance... Oh, fuck! I hit the wrong button. That's okay, I can just do it again. I can just try and show you what I mean on some of this stuff. So it's here to here, to here, to here, to here, to here. And then we want to follow the pattern along, where we make basically these, if you look, we are making this shape. So it's this pattern. Now we go here, then we come back out and just follow it around, right? Yeah, we just go round, we save, we don't go inwards as much as possible. We just go out and around, and we follow the pattern around. Technically, from this point, you can go in any order you like, but the middle is kind of, that's your safety net, because there's lots of ways to get around, so you want to kind of almost circle the board. That makes, yeah, you circle the board for the harder things to go to, and you use the ones in the middle that have got lots of options to get to as your final ones when you've narrowed down your solutions. That's our thought process with that, and we managed to do it. Just fucking well done! Alright, sharp thinking, Sonny boy, real sharp. Now, what was I going to say? Way back when, the Herzen Castle used to be quite the hotspot. Lavish balls would be held there. I have this visceral memory of that night's puzzle as a kid. Holly! Salutations! It's a pleasure to see you here. We hope you find yourself well. I'm sorry if we accidentally just solved that a lot quicker than we thought. We kind of looked at that one, like, the corners are a problem because there's only two solutions to them, so get in and out of those. And then we made a nice pattern, and it felt nice. It kind of worked. Oh god, wait, oh no. Holly, I'm gonna ask a very dangerous question, and I just want a yes or no answer. The Knight's Tour wouldn't just happen to be eventually building up to doing it across the whole chessboard, is it? Oh no. Oh no. Holly! Holly! Oh god! I've gotta do 64 minutes! I hope I don't. I'm gonna pretend that I don't and just live in bliss right now. Now though, no one's gone near the place. The castle supposedly got a vampire living in it. Well, I wouldn't give for things to go back to the way they were. Oh, and a diary key! Oh! I get to read a book, and I like reading this book, so I'm gonna enjoy it. Alright. Okay. Oh, this wretched life of mine. The girl I love and to whom I was betrothed has abandoned me and fled false sense. Did all that awful talk of curses scare her off? Or did she truly leave me to be with someone else she loves? Either way, her betrayal cuts me to the core. I trusted her, and now I'm lost. Where do I go from here? What's left for me? I don't know. Oh. Okay. Well, we can go in here, finally. Museum ground floor. Hello, lad. Welcome, friends. I'm Grinko, and I'm the curator of Herzen Museum. Don't remember off the top of my head, I just remember eventually brute forcing the night puzzle in the game. Ah, good old brute force. Sometimes it's all you really need. We have an extensive collection of artifacts relating to the history of this town and the Herzen family. Sammy told me about you two. I hope you find our resources helpful in your investigation. Please feel free to peruse the collection to your heart's content. Why? Why? Yes, I'm going to do that! Oy vey. Alright, what have we got here then? Professor, take a look at this case of knickknacks.
These appear to be common household items owned by the Herzen family.
Some of them look positively ancient, though.
Quite. The Herzen family clearly has a long and rich history to it. Anything from you? Alright, fine. Anything? What about this?
That's one impressive statue. Well, that must be of Duke Herzen.
This entire museum appears to be dedicated to celebrating his achievements, so I'd have to agree.
But wait a second. I thought Mr. Beluga owned this place.
Yes, I believe that's the case.
Then he built this museum in honor of his father? Maybe he's not so bad after all.
Maybe, but we'll have to see. Alright, what we got here on the first floor? Ah! I see you've taken an interest in that picture. Is this what I think it is? It's a photograph of the entire Herzen family, who were responsible for Volsense's legendary wealth. The distinguished older gentleman on the left is Duke Herzen. His younger son, Frederick, is in the middle, and his eldest son, Anton, is on the right. That Frederick, that's Mr. Beluga, the founder of the and owner of the Momentary Express, is it not? Oh, you know him? Well, in addition to owning a railway, Frederick is a friend of mine and owner of this museum. It's a sad story, really. He cut all ties to his father and left town 50 or so years ago. When he left, he took a small portion of the Herzen wealth and used it to start his railway. Yes, Frederick is quite a study in contradictions. He disliked his father enough to change his name, but he returned to Volsense to found this museum.
Did the feud extend to all the members of the Herzen family?
No, Frederick and Anton were always quite close. But their relationship with their father was never the same after that fateful day. What day was that, sir? The day Duke Herzen discovered the vein of gold that brought so much wealth to Volsense. He was a different man after that. Something had changed. Greed, perhaps? Well, yes, there was that, but there was something more than greed infesting his heart. What do you think it was? I think it's best if we end this chat here. It's not my place to speculate about what goes on in the hearts of other people. Of course. Tell me this, though, if you can. Where is Anton now? That's a good question. I've heard rumours that he might still be living in that old castle, but I can't imagine anyone would live in a place so run down that people call it a vampire den. Oh, gracious, look at how long we've been chatting. I think it's time for me to get back to work. Please look around for as long as you like, though.
It seems money can't solve all your problems, eh, Professor?
Fair enough. Ooh, and we have a puzzle to find. Alright. Let's see what can be found here. In puzzle number 004, the museum's first floor. Right, what are we looking at then? Missing paperwork here.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Bam. Okay.
A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
Right. Nice. I'm guessing there's something with the scales probably off. No, the scale looks right, actually. Okay, I thought it would be wrong. Like, there would be, it would be slanted when it should be along. Right. That coat is missing its, cuff.
Let's see if this works. Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Yep. Okay. And lastly, one more problem. Ah, there is an additional island here. Alright. Nice.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
Now the question is this a hidden puzzle found in that location or not? Let's see where it is. Here, just randomly assigned there. Okay, that works for me. Which means I should also be able to tell that there's a oh, what the there it is. Okay. I found a hidden puzzle. Oh, so it was hidden. Oh, fuck's sake, game. Puzzle number 095, box of books. The box shown below has a height, width, and depth of 30 centimeters. You'd like to place as many books as possible into the box. Each book is 20 centimeters wide by 20 centimeters long by 10 centimeters thick. How many books can you place in this box? Well... okay. Well, I can stack 3... right, I can stack 3. I think I can get 5 in there. So, I know for a fact I can get 5. And the reason we can say that is because you stack them 1, 2, 3 like this. You stack them there like so. And that gives you a stack that is 20 by 20 by 30. So it's 20 by 20 by 30. Which means, in the thing, we have left a stack to put one sideways, like so, and it'll sort of trail off that way, which will be the 10 by 20, and then we can put another one here, like so, fitting this way, like that. Which will be a 20 by 10, yeah, by 20, because that doesn't matter. So I think the answer is 5. I don't know if it would be possible to arrange it any other way to try and fit 6 in. In fact, actually, I think that might, like, because you could say, right, we'll just stack them all up here, so you fit 3 boxes in this way. Or 3 in this way, like so, which gets you a 20. So that's a 20, which leaves a 10 space there. Yeah, I think you can only fit 5. Let me just see if you can fit 5. Let's try and do this a bit mathematically as well. 30 cubed is 2700, right? On this, because there's 1, 2, 3, because it's 30 times 30 times 30, right? Wait, no, it's 2700, right? So that's there. And then 2 times 2 times 10, so that's 200 times 20, which comes in at 8,000. 8,000. So, we can fit in... Right, hang on. Wait, no... 30 times 30. 900. Times 30. Put 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. You there. Go. 27. Okay. 4. Sorry. 4. Not... Sorry. I did 2 times... It's 4,000. Yeah. So it's 27,000. Okay. And we've got... Each book is 4,000. Right? So, that goes in there. We get 1, we go to 2300. It should just be, yeah, it is. What? Why am I so confused here? I can fit 5 books. Why am I... If I fit 5 books in here, what the fuck am I doing? Length times width times height is a volume. Because I'm just trying to basically tighten out everything. Alright? Because 2 times 2 is 4, so 20 times 20 is 400, times 10 is 4,000. So I'm supposed to only be able to fit... What is 27 divided by 4? Let's look in there. 27 divided by 4, well, it can go in 6, right? You can go in 6 times and a bit. That's what I'm wondering, is it you can get 6 in there, but is there, like, 6 is the upper limit? I know I can hit 5, I just don't see how you'd fit 5 in there, or a 6th in there, because if I look at the 5 that we've got, we end up with a shape that, so it's the stack of them, sit like that, okay, yeah, let me just stack them out so that I can do this. So that's the stack of 3, which go up 30, it's 30 by 20 by 20. There is only room for a 10, so you can put 1 book here, like this, on its side this way to give you a 20 by 10. So that's a 10 by 20 by 20. So you get left with a little space here. It should actually come to about there-ish. Something on the book. Yeah. Let me draw these properly then. Shank. Just because it's. I know it. Don't draw things to scale. Yeah, but it fucking helps if you draw it to scale, because then I don't have to worry about stuff. So then you go along here. Dink, dink. Book like that. There's a book there, like that sits there, and then over the other side you put another book on one of the things, because you're only left with a 10 by 10 space and a 10 by 10 space on the top. So I'm pretty sure that you can only fit 5. If there's some way to fit 6 in, that would be... I don't think it's possible, right? Could you? Because we're losing so much space here. I don't know. Like 6 sounds like it should be right. 5 is definitely possible. If it is so this possible is count how many books you can stack in the books, because it feels like it wouldn't be much fun. You need to think creatively in 3 dimensions to solve this one. Right. So that doesn't. Can I fit 6? This would be so much easier if I had some fucking books to be able to just, you know, mess with this. So I've got a book there. I'm trying to minimize the amount of space I waste, is what we're saying. And this wastes a lot of space. So unless there's some configuration of like rotations that we can do that might work, and then we like because yeah, I'm gonna take a fucking hint on this one, right? Bottom of the box, yeah, each book is 20 by 20 centimeters. There's only space for 1 book at the bottom of the box, but if you do that, you'll be left with 10 centimeters square space on both sides. Say, isn't that exactly the same size as one of the thickness of one of the books? Yes. Okay. Oh, here's an idea. What if we did, right, so we put a book lying flat. Let me try something. So we put a book lying flat in the box. Okay. Book is lying flat in the box, which means we can now put a book here like this, but is there something else we can do with it, right? So yeah, that puts that there. Is there some like further thing we can mess with this? Is what I'm wondering. Okay, I'm going to say the answer is 6. I don't see the configuration, but I think it is 6. I just don't get what the configuration is. I know 5 is possible, but 6 apparently is doable as well. Right. I didn't like solving that one. Yeah, wait. Yeah, so... Oh! So instead you only leave a 2,000 square units of space missing from it. Which, given the fact that... Yeah. Because 4 times... Okay. There's also a square in the middle, I think, that's missing as well. Yeah, that's probably what it is. If you arrange the books as shown and the bottom is shown, you can cram a whopping 6 books in. Yeah, it's a very weird orientation for them, but... Okay. So you place a book, and then what you do is you leave a little, like... So... You see the, let me just put the big top for a sec. You see that little, section where the purple, the blue, and the green book meet? If you imagine going through that point, there is a hole missing to it, like you can see on the edge of, the cubed book. So there's a 1,000, units cubed there. In the middle, there's a 1,000 cubed units, and in the edge, on the other end, going diagonally through the whole box, is another one. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Also, let me just put that on. That was a tough one. Yes, it fucking was. Fucking hell. Right, hint coin there. Hint coin there. Hint coin. Oh, there. That works. Okay. Nothing else apparently here. Oh wait, but hang on, is there something else I can be clicking here? Probably, if I had to guess. Let's see.
This place is certainly full of stuff. Do you suppose this is a picture of the late Duke Herzen?
I believe so, yes.
The old Duke Herzen died a while ago and left behind a massive fortune. If he's gone, who's this vampire the whole town's talking about?
Sam mentioned that Mr. Beluga had an older brother here. I'd say he's likely the man at the heart of all this talk.
But if he's Mr. Beluga's older brother, he would have to be old and feeble by now. No, but then vampires don't age normally, do they?
I couldn't possibly comment. Yes. Okay, anything else? No? This book looks ancient. No, I think that's... yeah. Okay. Anything else? Yeah. I carry the belief that you wish to understand the secrets of the Elysian box. Yes, that's right. Would you happen to know anything about it? I'm sure you already know that the Elysian box is a Herzen family heirloom. At Mr. Beluga's request, I've been researching the history of Folsense and the Herzen family. In doing so, I uncovered a secret in this town's history that reveals the truth behind the Elysian box. Intriguing. What is this secret you speak of? Well, it's easy to ask the questions when you don't know what you're getting into, Mr. Layton. If you're thirst for the truth and you're ready to face it, you do well to visit the town mine. Many miners used to keep little diaries down there to document their time below ground. If you can find one of those, you'll have a first-hand account of what transpired back then. Thank you for the advice. We'll have to have a look for ourselves. Come, Luke, let's head into this mine. At a diary key. Oh, wonderful. Alright. Well, first and foremost, we get to pry into the diary of this Anton Herzen, I believe. Okay. Let's have a peek at you. What do you have to say? Ever since she left, Father and I have been at each other's throats day and night. The mysterious disease plaguing our town continues to drive people to flee their homes for a safer life elsewhere. If only she had stayed with me. I feel like I could have weathered the storm. I still ask myself why she left this town. If she truly loved me, why did she leave? God damn, why are we going sad? I mean, I don't know. I can't answer that question. You got anything for me? Oh no, please not another one. Oh no. Oh no, it's another night's tour, isn't it? Oh god! Oh god, it's gotten bigger. Okay, right, let's do the exact same plan we did before, which was to essentially, like, skip around the edge, and look, we've created, a very fancy thing here. So then we go here, and then we go here, and we go into the corner before we get fucked, and we go, out, around. We want to go out and around as long as possible. Here. I think I'm buggered. I'm buggered, aren't I? Yeah, I'm buggered, because that doesn't work. Right, okay. But I do like going around the edge first. I think creating that, that pattern helps a lot. Patterns always mean good things when it comes to this stuff. So now we go here. Now we go... I wonder if starting here helps instead. Maybe, but I think like I'm breaking the pattern too much. Like, yeah, the pattern is completely befuddled. Also, I'm not sure how I get back to this middle one here, because I think I've used up all its spaces, haven't I? Yeah, so I fucked it. Right. Okay, let's try not going right into the corners to start with. Let's try a different pattern. See what comes of it. Yeah, we've got that same shape we had before. Nice! I'm happy with that now. Well, almost all of it. Wait, no, I'm fucked because I can't get into the corner again. Bollocks! Right. Yeah, if I do that, I'm completely buggered. But I can do that, which then keeps the pattern going, I think? Like I said, I feel like the pattern is everything, and I'm already fucking with it right now. Yeah, not sure how I feel about this one. Yeah.
Let me just... Yeah, and then it's fucked immediately. Okay, right. I don't know if I should be making this pattern. Oh, honestly. Yeah. Let me just go back to this. Let me just try and make that pattern again. Wait, this is the wrong way. Restart. It's this way. And then... Going reverse doesn't matter and change anything, so... Yeah. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Because we're following the pattern. Just trying to make a pattern here. Pretty pattern. Okay. And I'm sort of hopping in and out of the middle here to make it. Or at least trying to. And then I bugger it up again at this point. So let me try just going around. There is somewhat a method to this madness, but I think we're okay. I'm not 100% sure if I can just keep going around the edges. I'm going to try and go around the edges more and see where it leads me. This looks good, though. Yep. Okay. I'm going to leave that square over on the... no. I think it's buggered. I might be buggered, but I'm going to try and see where I end up. Yeah, I end up missing 2. Fuck! Damn it. Right. The pattern is definitely, I think, the key here to helping with this. So let's just try and make that pattern as much as possible in whatever ways we can. And again, I want to dart around the edge first because the edge cases are always the safest to go through. Okay. I think I fucked it, but the problem with this puzzle is you can't fucking tell until you're done. At which point then you will know you're fucked because, well, you'll clearly see that you've buggered yourself. Yeah. Now, once you get towards the end, you'll recognize, oh, I'm fucked. Like, for example, how do I get to this out of here? That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Yeah, I can't. Let's restart. Fuck. Okay. Okay, right. Then we go here. Oh! What if I... Yeah. Look at that. Now, I've almost made the fucking pattern, except I missed 2 steps, or a few steps where I'm supposed to have done the middle bit, which I think means I'm fucked, but okay. Let me just try. Going around. Going around. Don't know where I want to go next. I'm just going to kind of follow the pattern, see where it leads me. If it leads me somewhere I can get in and out of, I don't... fuck, I've done it again. Yeah, because I can go here, and then it fucks. Right. Okay. So yeah. I think that I want to make that pattern as much as possible, if that makes any sense. Like, I want this pattern to be made so that when it comes to doing the rest of this... Okay, I've made that. Now everything else should basically fall into place if I follow the exact same path around a thing. Like the whole time. So I stick to going to the edges whenever I can. I go to the edges whenever I can. And now... Yes, it's done. Yeah, because now I've buggered it. No, I haven't, because I just always go to the edges. Always go to the edges. Always go to the edges. Yes, always go to the edges. That pattern is the most important thing we can fucking do. And there's going to be one where it's on a bigger board, isn't it? Fucking well done. I should fucking hope so. Aye, vey. I wouldn't spill in 100 years. A few years ago, an awful thing happened here in town. People in Falsen's just started dropping like flies. Like they'd all caught some mysterious illness. Did anyone discover the source of this strange, malady? I wish I could say yes, but it's still a mystery to us.
What I do recall is that many fled the town once their illness got around. Word of the illness got around. But that's as much as I care to speak on the topic. You've solved all my puzzles and I'm tired. I'm getting back to my game. If I... No, then knight would take queen, and that won't do. Bitch! Why was the first... You made a move and you hung your queen. Idiot. Oy vey. Hey, at least he recognized it before he played it. That's the sign of someone who's at least got a 5 in their first, you know, got a 7 in the first digit of their elo. Right, we're looking to explore the mine, I believe. Alright, where is this mine? Past here. Alright, off we pop then. Who the fuck are you?
You two must have nerves of steel to come all the way out here. But that doesn't mean I won't need to see what you're made of. Try this puzzle on for size.
Why are you wearing sunglasses at night? Never mind. Puzzle number 087. Different suits. Okay. Below 16 cards. Far grid. 4 cards have already been placed. Arrange the remaining cards so that each vertical horizontal contains one of each of the 4 different suits. Okay. Well, that's got to be a club. We know that for certain, and that's got to be a heart. Why do we know that? Because that's just how it says. Because the club there already meets with those. So that fills in that whole bit there. Which means this has to also be a heart. Because, again, memo, if we look at the hearts, the heart cuts there, the heart cuts there. This needs one, so it has to be there. Okay. That helps a little bit. Because it also means as well that the final heart goes here. As for the rest of things, again, we can use a very similar process for determining where the spade goes. On the diagonal, on this diagonal, a spade and a club must go along here. Spade can't go here, so it must go here. So we'll go with a spade there, and that's a club. Now we know that a diamond must go here, because that has to be that case, which means that the last spade goes there. As a result, this diamond, I believe, sits here, which means of that long line, the club goes in there. That puts that as a diamond, and the final thing that we need here is just another club. And we can double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first way to check this, is do you have 4 of each of them? The answer was yes. Looking across at you, I don't see any conflicting errors. And when it turns out there is one, I'm gonna cry.
Should do the trick.
There's not! Yay.
And there we have it.
Did that one give your brain a workout? It's a great puzzle to set up with real cards and share with a friend. It's a fun idea, yeah. I don't mind it. You need obviously 4 of each suit. I wonder whether or not you could do that with King, Queen, Jack, with the Ace, King, Queen, and Jack, and have one of each of those in there as well. That could be interesting. That would be very interesting. Listen here, Hudson Castle's on the other side of this forest. No one will go within a mile of it, but I hear the Duke's fortune is just sitting up there in piles. If you're thinking about heading in, you keep your guard up against the vampire or whatever is in there. Will do. Okay. And now we just fucking guess where to head. Alright. And there's probably another hint coin somewhere around, but I don't mind. Oh, it's here. This must be the mine we heard about, Professor! Yes, and it appears to be sealed off. Just imagine it, Luke. They used to dig for gold here. There must have been a lot of gold down there if it had such an effect on the entire town. But if it brought so much wealth, why on earth would they ever close the mine down? That's a question we might be able to answer if we can find some account of what transpired here. There's no sense in any more speculation. Let's venture in. First of all, give me you. Camera minigame. Sure. Puzzle number 006. The mine's entrance. First of all, you're missing a support structure.
Let's see if this works.
Yeah. Right now, the best thing we can say when it comes for to mining and stuff is where the phrase "not worth the light" comes from. Which is essentially, miners used to supply their own candle lights when heading into the mines. So, because they would have to buy them themselves, it meant that if what they had dug up didn't cover the cost of the light they had bought, then something wasn't worth the light, i.e. you couldn't sell it for enough to buy a candle for it. There is a bush missing there. Missing there. There we are.
Wonderful.
Not bad. Second photo, and now the last difference to find in this bollocking photo. Right. That would be the fact that there is a shovel missing. Or a pick, or... No, it's a shovel.
Here goes.
What? There's a shovel missing!
Looks like
I can
a
see the
box
fucking
that
shovel! Oh, you son of a bitch. Well, at least there's no picker-rats here to lose. There is no shovel in this fucking minecart.
Just
Fuck
leave
you.
it to me.
Fuck you. I earned that. Alright, now where is it? Where are you? You're on the shovel. Okay. Which means if I check the bush and the other thing, there should be a hint coin there. And a hint coin there. And a puzzle there! Professor, I think I've stumbled upon a hidden puzzle! Puzzle number 066. The locked box. Okay. The box below is fitted with a lock consisting of 2 dials. You can't turn the blue dial directly, but when you turn the red dial, the blue dial moves an equal amount. In order to see the relationship between the 2 dials, you try turning the red one from its original position to shown here. Okay. From its original position... as shown below. In order to open the lock, you must turn the blue dial to 3, 6, 4, and 1 in that order. Since you can't turn the blue dial directly, which numbers must you turn the red dial on in order to produce the results? Okay. So... Memo. 0 equals 5. That's their starting positions. So by going 1, 2, 3, you travel 1, 2, 3 in the opposite direction. Okay. Okay. So, I need you 3 away from it in an anti-clockwise motion. I think. If this goes clockwise, this goes anti-clockwise. It basically is what we're saying. So I need to turn it to 3. So if I need that, it would be 6. Because then it's 1, 2, 3 that way. Right? Oh, wait, shit, no. Oh, what the bollocks? No. It is right. Sorry, I'm getting so confused. I'm like, what do you mean you go from 5 to 3, then 2 to the thing? Yeah, no. So it's 6 because that's plus... basically, take that number and add 3 to it, I think. So... and we're working in base 8, so... Is it base 8, technically? Yes, I think it is. Because it's 8 dials and 0 starts on there, and then you go up to 8, which is 0, which is 10. So 2 plus 2 is 10 in base 4. You don't actually have a 4, you go 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, and go from there. Okay, so yeah. Right. So yeah, it's plus 3. So 3 is 6. 6 is 1, right? So you go, yeah, let me just write this out. So you need 3, 6, 4, and 1. Okay. Well, let's add those on. So you go to 6, you would go to 9, which in base 8 is 11, so that's the units of a 1. 4 goes to 7, and you go to 4, right? That would sound reasonable, unless there's something else to it. Yeah. Right? Right? Could that work? I mean, unless, like, the other thing I could do that's really easy to double check this, I can just put 0, 5, so 1 goes the opposite. Oh, it's not add. They're turning in opposite They're turning in opposite directions. So yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll put 7 here because I'm stupid. So yeah, if they're turning in opposite directions, 3 goes down to 2, right? 3 goes down to 2, right? 3, 4, yeah, 5. That goes to 1, and then yeah, 0 on 5. So that would be 7, and that goes down to 6. So what I actually need is slightly different. Because they're rotating in opposite directions, and they start offset, there's going to be that weird little point where they dink around near each other. Is that? I don't... So yeah, 3. If you need to turn to 3, then we turn to 2. Then to 6, we turn to 7. Then... Wait. Yeah. 7. Then 4, we turn to 1. And 1, we turn to 4. So it's either 2, 7, 4, 1, or it's 6. Oh, wait, yeah. No. I was turning it the wrong way. Yeah. Sorry, I was turning it the wrong way. I was turning it in my head. I was like, it turns to 6, turns around. But no. They're rotating in opposite directions. Whichever way around you go, it rotates around. Because you either do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus, which goes 1, 2, 3... Yeah, it has to turn the opposite way. So if you go around this way 5, from here, you have to go this way round from 5. But you didn't. You went, yeah. So if you turned 1, 2, 3 that way, yeah, you went 1, 2, 3 that way. So yeah, it is 2, 7, 1, 4. Right? 2, 7, 1, 4? 2, 7, 1, 4. That's a 9, 4. There we go. 2714, I think.
Consider this puzzle solved.
It was one of 2 answers and I wasn't sure which one it was. Oh, there you go. The red dial needs to be turned to 2, 7, 1, and 4 to produce the numbers you need on the blue dial. Turns out these dials rotate in opposite directions. One way to solve this problem is to create a chart. I just did that! Yeah. I think I got the rotation around the wrong way. You seem to be struggling a bit with that one, Professor. Ow! Never speak of what you think you saw there. Alright. Into the mine we go. Okay.
Oh, over here.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, chum. Or chunk. What the hell is this place? Ah, but there's a puzzle to be done with the door. This door isn't going to open, Professor! Yes, it would seem we need to solve this puzzle first. You mean lockpicking, Professor? No, lockpicking is what criminals do. We're looking to open this door. Right. The button that opens the door is in front and buried deep within the machinery, so you can't push it directly. However, by pulling the lever at the top of the left or right, you can move the various gears and plates in the machine. Okay. Right. Button you need to push is the green button. Okay. So I need this to turn this way, which means these gears were pushing it this way, which means this was pushing it this way, which means this was being pushed this way, which means this was being pushed this way, which means this was going the opposite way, which means this was going this way, which is pushed in this, the right, it's this, oh, it's, god damn it, it's gears on a thing, and it's a, I don't know if the gears turning it the right way are doing it this way, but, because I'm trying to push it this way, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah. If a gear turns a thing, it pushes it that way, but it still turns the opposite direction. Gotcha. Yeah. But that's not a gear turning that top one, it's a thing which is pushing it the opposite direction, so I gotta go to B. Right?
This should do the trick.
Yes.
And there we have it.
Not bad, all things considered. Yeah, start at the bottom and work up. Moving the lever towards B will spin the gears in the way that causes the bottom lever to hit the green button. Since there's only 2 possible answers to this puzzle, you could have just guessed, but hopefully you were able to work it out properly. We were! Excellent. The door is open now. Let's proceed. In we go. Into more of a machine room, into another puzzle.
Look, there's something on the wall here.
That is most certainly a puzzle. Let's take a closer look, shall we? A maze of doors, puzzle number 078. All the doors in the maze below are opened when pushed from one direction, as shown. It is therefore impossible to pass through every room while going through the maze from the front entrance to the exit. However, this feat would be possible if one of the doors could be opened in the opposite direction. Can you find which one? Well, right. Fucker. Right. So wait, are these only push doors? So I'm guessing that whichever way it opens, like, I can't push against it, it locks, it latches in. So, remember, what we're saying is I can go into here, but suddenly I'm stuck in here. Okay. But only if only one... If only one of the doors could open from the opposite direction. What? So it's either this one or this one. Is it possible to enter? Okay, so let's say that we're doing this, this, this. That doesn't work. What? So we're going this way, this way, this way. Yeah. So we can't do that. What? What? No, but... What? Is it supposed to be that we're only doing one of the... one colour? Is what we're doing with this? I'm very confused. Oh! Wait, hang on. No, am I stupid? I don't have to... You only have to pass through every room, right? You don't have to pass through every room just once. Have I added I think I've added an extra stipulation to this. Right. Because, yeah, if that's the case, then I can do this, go through here, go down here, and do this. So it's only this door here that becomes a problem. Up. Yeah. So what I can do is I can go up, in, bash this door through, come all the way through here, go down here, and now I'm through all the doors, and I can just do this again. Right? Let me just read that again. It's possible to pass through every room while going through the maze from the entrance to the exit. However, this feat would be possible if one of the doors could open in the opposite direction. Yeah. And it's that one. It's that one. It doesn't say that you can only pass through each room once. Because that's where we were getting bollocked. Because it's like, well, two of them need to do that. So don't... So that's not what we're looking at.
Let's see if this works.
Yeah. Okay. When we stop fucking up, we suddenly stop fucking up. It's great. You did it! You have passed through every room of the way of the exit to solve it. But no one ever said you can't pass through the same room twice. Haha! Yes, we put that stipulation on which made it impossible.
I think I finally solved it. Still, it's odd, Professor. Why would someone go to the trouble of placing a puzzle down here?
Perhaps the miners made puzzles to pass the time between shifts down in the mine. Oh, and a diary key. Oh, and a diary key. Give me the diary key. I like this diary. Alright. My father fell ill from that sickness and has passed away. I also heard that many of the people who left Folsense have formed a village a safe distance from town. I imagine she lives there now, too. I've decided to send her a letter. As Duke, I can't leave town, but I have entrusted my message with the man who is passing through town. Now, all I can do is wait for her reply. Okay. Alright. Nice. So which way are we headed? We're heading this way, but first, I gotta check me for some hint coins. Hint coin... 2 out of 3 I'll take. Alright, what's next? Okay.
Found one!
Found one for me, buddy! Somewhere in this general area that you weren't actually fucking pointing at? Bloody hell. 2. Okay, I'm guessing this is a puzzle. No? Huh. We'll need to use this lift if we're to head further into the mine, but it seems to be broken. How can we get it running again?
Oh, there's a circuit board over here. We should be able to use this to restore power to the elevator. Let's see here. Yes, follow the instructions on the circuit board, Luke. Maybe that time will be that time should fix the problem. Puzzle number 080. The puzzle lift. The puzzling lift. Oh, you motherfucker. Are you up for the task? Right, okay. So, let me first do the obvious thing of figuring out where I can move some of these things. Yep. I can move that there, like so. But that doesn't really help now, does it? But I can do that, which helps a lot, actually. Okay. But then, I'm in a position where I've still got to change those to over, and I can't move them. Oh, yes, I can. Yeah, sure I can. Right, okay. So the first thing that I want to do is move... Yeah. I think I can see where I can go with this puzzle. I think. What I want to try and do is move some of these blocks around a little bit into things. So what can I do with you? I mean, let me just see how fucking weird we can get with stuff. Right? Like where? Okay. Yeah. If I would, I feel like that has... That just feels nice, you know? But then I've got to... Like, I could do that, and then I can do that, and I can do that, and I can do that. Okay, how does that help? Does that help? I don't know if that helps, because then... Like, I feel like I'm just... Is there any way I can... Ooh! Ooh! I can do this, and this, and now I can... Yeah, that's all I wanted to do, is I just wanted to try and slide a thing out the way in time. Hey!
Here goes.
Yeah.
Piece of cake.
Nice. How many tasks did you do? Just 12 moves. Give yourself a pat on the back. Oh, listen, do you hear that? It sounds like it's running again. I think I did that in 12. I don't know. I was dicking around. Oh, the lift is making some noise. I think that's fixed it. Excellent. I suppose our next move should be to head down. That it should. So let's do that then. Try to ground yourself. Oh, what the fucking hell is this? Pentagonal? Okay, well that thing that clearly doesn't open because there's hinges on all the sides, so... What do you think, Luke? Could this safe hold some of the journals that Grinko mentioned? Well, we won't know until we open it. How do we open it? The lock is rather complicated. Let me see if I can decipher the code. Alright, puzzle number 081. The old safe. Right. You find the 4-digit code that opens the safe. You can use the digits 0 to 5 in your answer, but each digit can only be used once. The small light next to each row of digits are the key to finding the code, as they tell you how much in common with that row it has. Okay. A white light indicates that a digit in the code is in a different place in the secret, and an orange light indicates that the code is in the correct spot. Right. Okay. Okay. So, what we know here is that 2 doesn't appear in it at all. So, because that tells... So let me just... White light is in the code. Right number, wrong spot. Orange is right number, right spot. Okay. So, this tells us that we should be comparing... things here. So the fact that there's a 3 in place of a 1... doesn't change it. So 1 is not in this spot here. That's what we can tell from this. Because 3 moved here. That's basically what we can tell. 5 didn't change at all. But 4, 0, and 3 did. So,
this implicates that 2 are in the right spot, 2 are in the wrong spot. 1 is one of the ones that's in the wrong spot, so you're W there, which means that either that 5 is definitely in the right spot, so that is a 5. We know that much there. We know that's one of the white ones as well. So that was there. Right number, wrong spot. I think, yeah. 2 are in the right place on this one, and 2 are in the wrong. So we know that that is wrong. Wait, what? Yeah. So we know from this one that it's 0, 1, 5, 4. Yeah. Yeah, 0, 1, 5, 4. And the reason we can say that is look at this. Looking at just these top 2, what do we know? We know that 2 and 3 aren't in the right space because we know all digits are here. As a result, 0, 1 must be there. Since 0 and 1 must be there, we know that that must be a white one and that must be a white one, which means that is okay and that is okay. So the code is 0154. Yeah. Alright, so let me just go over that logic again. All 4 of those numbers. Yes. But only 2 of them in the right place. We don't know which. Knowing that, 2 and 3 aren't in the code, so we know that those don't light anything up. Meaning the last 2 must be in the right places. 0, 1, and then 4, 5, or 5, 4. What we know from this, though, is that looking at back at the top one, 1 is in the exact same place as it was before, 0 is in a different place. Which means that 0, having moved, must be in the correct place on the other one. So it's 0, 1, 5, 4. It's 0, 1, 5. Right? I don't see any reason why it would not be 0, 1, 5, 4. Because everything else makes sense to me.
This
Yes.
should do the trick.
Hey!
A
Fantastic.
true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
That's right, the code is 0154. You solved this by entering numbers haphazardly until you stumbled upon the solution, but it's much more fun to think your way to your answer. Correct, it is. It's also fairly easy. You don't really need many of the numbers in the first place. That did the trick. You only needed 2 of them, which is fun. Have a look at this, Professor! Ah, this looks like a miner's diary. This is just the thing we've been looking for, Luke. Perhaps it can shed some light on what transpired here. Let's see what it says. I dug up some funny material that I've never seen before here in the Duke's gold deposit. He's sure the ore can be refined into some kind of precious metal. Personally, I feel like there's something sinister about the stuff. Not that the Duke cares one bit. No, he'll have his way and we'll keep digging. I'll bet my life on that. Some other kind of precious metal? But I thought it was a gold mine. Ever since we unearthed that awful ore, people have been dropping like flies from some unknown illness. There's so many sick people in town that half of our miners have stopped coming to work. What in the world is going on here? Gosh, that's just terrible. So many people must have been sick. Volson's time as a gleaming beacon of prosperity is at an end. This town is cursed and ruined. I suspect we're just days away from shutting down this awful mine for good. I'll leave this diary behind so that anyone who tries to reopen the mine may think twice about it. How odd. The date on this last entry is from just about 50 years ago. But that can't be right! The mine was up and running until recently! Yes, or so we've been told, but this has got me thinking. Both this diary and Grinko suggest a connection between the Elysian box and the events in this mine. From what I can tell, all of this traces back to a single man, the Duke himself. Even if he himself is long gone, this castle may yet contain the answers for all of our questions. So, does that mean we have to visit that spooky castle for ourselves? Do you mean to tell me you're scared of the place? Of course not. A million vampires wouldn't scare me. If there truly is a vampire living in the castle, I'd very much like to make his acquaintance.
Don't say things like that, Professor! If we meet one, I'm sure he'd eat us on the spot!
The Professor and Luke decide to venture out to Herzen Castle. Ooh, do I want to keep going? I mean, yeah, we kind of really are. I believe we've retrieved the record we came for. Now let's take our leave.
But what's this? The lift is out of service!
I say, this won't do. Oh, but look. Here, there's a set of buttons built into the wall. Surely one of these buttons will send the lift back up, but they're all disconnected. Uh-oh. Puzzle number 082. Restarting the lift. Oh, fucking hell. The wires connecting the lift to the button controlling it have somehow been severed. However, if you connect the negative and positive wires on the top of to the wires carrying the same charge below, you can fix the lift. To do this, draw lines between the sets of terminals, drawing 2 lines to connect each set of positive and negative to the terminals to its counterpart. Alright, hang on. To the top wire carrying the same charge. Okay, so it's the same charge. Memo, right. You are going to here. Okay, so that's plus, and you are going where? All the way down to here. Okay, so that's plus, that is minus. Okay, plus is going here. Okay, so plus, minus, plus, and you are heading where? There. Okay. So I want to draw line here, like so.
And now to test my theory.
There we go. Nice and simple, nice and easy.
Wonderful.
We're back in business. The lift is working again. Okay. Well, that was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. The buttons appear to be working. We should be able to leave the mine now. Fantastic. Okay, up we go. And out we go. It's you! You got lost again! Hola, friend son! Fucking hola, friend son! Am I glad to see you two? I wasn't sure I'd ever see another soul ever again.
Hey, I know you!
I was traveling El Mundo, and last I remember I was in Transito to Egypt. Tell me, por favor, how long ago were these fine pyramids built? Sorry, sir, you're not in Egypt. Do you remember how you got here? I haven't the foggiest, senor. Un momento, I'm heading for Africa. The next minuto, I'm down here. With no one around, I started poking at this thing to pass the time, and I think I broke it. Help me fix it, s'il vous plaît. Puzzle number 077. Balancing ornaments. Okay, so... Small ornaments dangle from a metal bar, and they've thrown the bar off balance. The 5 ornaments string are spaced equally weighted apart, and each type of ornament weighs a different amount. Okay... So, okay, how much of physics are we doing here? Because that really depends a lot on what we're doing for physics. Because if we're arguing that they all, fucking hell, right? So. Let's go ahead and just say that MS. Alright, so 3M plus 2S equals the same as okay. I'm gonna have to change the name for the sun or a star. I'll call it C for circle. Or it could be crescent. So we got moon. We have 3 moons plus 2 circles equals the same as 2 moons plus C plus S. Okay, and we've also got, because the middle one doesn't fucking matter, that's balancing straight, it doesn't matter. We've also got 2
M plus C equals S plus X. Right, let me go ahead. It's time for this again. Right, clear all of that. So we said that 3M... alright. We said 3M plus... what did we say? 3M plus 2C plus 2C equals 2M plus C plus S. 2M plus C plus S. Okay. Then we've got 2M plus C equals S plus X. 2M plus C equals S plus X. Okay, interesting. Very interesting. Because 2M plus C, I see 2M plus C in both of these equations. So, knowing that, we've got... let's try and just balance out what we've got here and things. If we drop that over, if we take 1, let's rearrange 1 for a little bit. So we get M plus 2... or M plus C equals S. M plus C equals S. That's what we get there. Because if you go here, you have a look at this. You can see we'd move both of these over. We end up with -2, -1. So we get M plus C equals S. Equals S, which now we can substitute into that last one, which becomes 2M plus C equals M plus C plus X, which therefore M must equal X, right? Pretty sure that's all we need to do. Doesn't really matter what the weights are, we just know that we just need another moon on there, right? I think. Yes, that sounds about right, I think. Vaguely. Okay, back. So we need another moon. Right? That should balance everything out. I hope. Please.
Consider this puzzle solved.
Yeah!
A true gentleman.
Very
leaves no
nice.
puzzle unsolved.
Sweet. Great job! The crescent moon ornament is just heavy enough to balance things out. A single star ornament weighs the same as 1 sun and 1 moon together. The strand of ornament that is supposed to counterbalance the one with a question mark doesn't have any star-shaped ornaments. But if you compare the ornaments as shown above, you can work out what goes in the question mark space regardless. Yes. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, and then you just kind of drop them all out. Oh, wunderbar! 1,000,000 arigatos, Minami. Now my mind is at ease. I can finally leave this musty tomb. And a diary key. Oh, I like these diaries, because this is giving us the plot in another way, and we're one off from the final thing. I don't know how many days have passed, waiting to hear back from her. It's been so long, in fact, that I can barely remember even sending the letter. Maybe she really doesn't love me. Maybe she's living in some other town, happily married to another man. Oof. Sad, sad man. You didn't, mate, I know you're grieving and things, but you have to fucking move on. You sat there and stewed and just... No, you've steeped and stewed. That's the word I was looking for. You've steeped and stewed in this bloody thing for so long, it's a mess. Oh, Mr. Layton. What are you doing here? Now, Luke. Sir, if I may be so bold, what brings you to these parts? Professor, didn't you just ask him the same thing? Oh, okay. Well, to be blunt, sir, I've been doing a bit of, spying on you for some time now. You've led quite the investigation, and I won't be long before it all snaps into focus for you. It is for that reason I feel I can no longer hide the truth of this place from you. What are you getting at, sir? You've seen my studio, all those pictures of the town there. Those are pictures I took. The ones in the station are my work as well. Those photographs have held my interest for some time now. As they should, Mr. Layton. You remember our last meeting in my shop? You pointed out a certain strange phenomenon occurring in photos taken within Volsense. Yes, just one curiosity among the many we've seen in this town.
It feels as though the whole of Folsense conspires to keep a secret hidden from us. Your feelings are right, sir. You see, Folsense is a cursed town.
Cursed?
To call it such may seem based, but I assure you, it is the realm's past is this very definition of the word. I think you mean cringe, sir. Perhaps the curse is a punishment we are meant to endure for the great mistakes. I'm sorry. This place is cursed. It's so base. It's so based. I realized it said base, but it sounded better saying based. But all nightmares eventually end, and I feel it won't be long now before we awaken.
Huh?
I encourage you to head to that castle in the distance and meet with Duke Anton.
Is this Anton the eldest son of the previous Duke?
He is. Duke Anton has presided over Herzen Castle since his father's passing some time ago. I served the Herzen family until that day 50 years ago when I left it all behind and fled. I don't think Anton will ever forgive me. You see, he's a man who abhors betrayal above all else.
What transpired 50 years ago?
The answers to all your questions can be found at the castle. I urge you, please, head there. Perhaps a voice of reason like yours might persuade Duke Anton to listen. If you believe it will settle the matter, we'll visit the castle. Yes, see with your own eyes what's become of this town. Perhaps then we'll finally reach the end of this dark tunnel we've been traveling through. Luke, I believe our destination has become apparent. You know where we must go next, don't you?
The people we've talked to are scared to death of the vampire they say's living up in the castle. And that chat with the photographer only raises more questions. What happened 50 years ago? And what on earth is going on in that castle?
Almost overnight, the Herzen family became incredibly wealthy when they discovered that seam of gold. If we can understand the story behind that, our questions about the Elysian box will be answered.
But how are we going to get into the castle, Professor? I don't think it's just kind of place we can just waltz into.
Oh, but I wouldn't say it's impossible by any means.
What do you mean?
The tracks we saw on the road to the castle were still very fresh. It would seem that the stagecoach is bringing something to the castle every day. We need only follow it to find our way to the castle.
Oh, of course! That stagecoach is our ticket in!
Excellent deduction, Luke. Now, shall we get going?
Oh, I'm ready whenever you are, Professor. Just lead the way.
And there we go. We somehow solved the 10th mystery. The symbol is actually a crest belonging to the Herzen family, who once ruled over Folsense. It's clear that the Herzen family and the Elysian box are deeply intertwined. Alright, but I think that's a pretty good spot to go ahead and hold off on things, because I believe that, yeah, it's just the prologue. That's it for the chapters, so we don't want to rush off and things. Next time, we'll come on back. We'll probably, I say probably, it really depends how long the fucking game takes, or some of the puzzles end up taking for us as to whether or not we will end up finishing things, but more than likely we'll finish the story next time, and then we'll start clean up and go through all the puzzles, because there are a bunch that we have missed, so it will be nice to be able to clear through all of those. And yeah, then we'll move on to bigger and better things. Possibly. Don't know what those will be, but that's for far off into the future. For now, we're going to go ahead and end things off here. YouTube, this is where we part ways on things. If you do want to be a part of what we're going to be doing over on Twitch shortly, which is basically just going in for our raid, then go ahead / there. Go ahead, take this, and you should have this. You can see that there. It should be popping up on the YouTube chat as well, I hope, because I haven't tried that out. Go ahead and follow us over there. If that hasn't worked, give me a sec just to do it this way instead. That should work, right? I think, hopefully. It probably worked. I hope it worked. If it didn't work, I'm very upset why that hasn't worked. Okay, no, I think it has worked. Yes, it worked both times. Sweet. Do want to double check, but yes. Go ahead, click that link. You can join us over on the Twitch. If you want to follow us on here as well, you can go ahead, but we will be streaming across both of these platforms. And if you want to find more content and stuff from us, then down below you can find and follow us for more of that kind of stuff here on YouTube. Our latest video was out. It released last week, and it has been doing much better than we'd hoped, and we are very, very grateful to that. But if that is all we'll see from you, then we hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day, and we hope to see you next time. Right, now I really should have timed this better, because eventually I'm gonna have to just hit the button to there we go. Yes. Right then. Fantastic. So once again, it is just you and me now, Twitch. Hello. Well, you, me, and everyone who's watching this on the VODs. But like we said, we're going to end things off here. We're going to go ahead and go for our raids. If you'd like to stick around for that, then we would appreciate that. But if not, and you want to know when we're going to be going live and all the good stuff, or what content we're going to be doing, there's a very easy way you can find all that stuff out. All you need to do is go down below where you can find and follow some more information about when we're going to be live, what we're going to be doing, and all the good stuff. But until next time, thank you to everyone who's found, followed, and stuck around on the stream. We hope that you'll stick around for more. But until next time, we've been Ultrasonic Blur. You nerds have been a fantastic audience, and we'll see you next time.